Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. What's up, everybody? I'm sitting in my car, because I got a fucking meeting here in about 17 minutes. And I was traveling yesterday, so I apologize from the bottom of my freckled heart that this podcast was a little late, dude. I was up in Seattle. I'll give you my surroundings right now. I'm just looking out my window. I see a Pete's Coffee, a Citibank, a Chipotle, a CVS. They're closing those pharmacies fucking right and left. All the Dwayne Reeds are gone. You know, it's really fucking amazing to me that, like, we've gotten to a point where you walk into a drugstore and body wash and all of this shit, it's locked up like they're gold bars. People can't even afford fucking toiletries. You know? And now what are we doing now? What are we doing? Now we're down in Venezuela. Oh, thank God they finally took care of Venezuela, huh? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. I need that explained to me. Is the United States government like your older brother, where it's walking around going like, hey, you can't beat the shit out of him, but I can? Is that what it is? Hey, you don't put fiberglass in the fucking filters so they'll be even more addicted to tobacco and die. We do that. You don't give them heroin. We make synthetic heroin and we give it to them. Let us handle poisoning the food supply. Like the level of domestic terrorism, they just look the other fucking way. And what are you saying? This country can't send in a little bit of blow? I'm kidding. I mean, I need it explained to me. I don't know what happened there. Did they send ICE down there to get that guy? And ICE is now killing immigrants? I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing that if you're an illegal immigrant, you go to a jail with the fucking alligators around it. But if you kill, rape a person as a citizen, you just go to a regular jail. There's no alligators. You know why? Because the citizen raped and murdered the right way. Okay? They were a naturalized citizen, so there's no alligators. However, if you haven't raped and killed anybody, if they don't shoot you, if you can make it to the jail, if you just make an illegally made fucking pupusas, you end up in a jail with fucking alligators around you. I guess that's how it works. And evidently, Pete's Coffee is so fucking good, there's 9 million. 9 million fucking locations? It's garbage. I think in order to actually have a coffee shop, you should be required. I always heard, like, if you're in like a fancy restaurant, one of the first things they do is they have you make an egg. And if you can do that, okay, then we're going to go from there. Something simple. So I feel like if you're going to open a coffee shop, you should pour, before you get your license to do it, you should pour a single shot espresso. Okay? And if it doesn't taste like it came out of the back of a bus muffler, exhaust pipe, like Pete's Coffee and Starbucks, just as burnt beans, fucking horrific shit, then it's like, okay, now you can make a latte. I don't know what I'm just going to go off on all these people. I don't know what the fuck Chipotle's so excited about. They're another one of these people that are like, now we're using real meat. It's like, well, what the fuck were you using before? Or like their big thing is that they have fresh ingredients. It's like, well, shouldn't you? Oh, Bill, what else is upsetting you? Nothing really. I just got back from fucking Seattle, and I went up there. I had one of my Boston buddies flew in. We went to the Bruins Kraken game at Climate Pledge Arena. So, of course, I read that, and I just think it's probably some toxic corporation that gave itself a nice, warm, fuzzy name, right? And then I find out, listen what the people of Seattle did, or the government up there, just before you get all cynical like me and think everybody's full of shit. Climate Pledge Arena is where the old Key Arena used to be, and that's where the Seattle Supersonics with downtown Freddie Brown, and I want to say Dennis Johnson was on that team way back in the day. I think they won the NBA title in 1979. So anyway, then they became the Sonics, and the Supersonics were fine with Key Arena, but then all of a sudden the Sonics wanted, why do they have those fucking cops drive down the street on those stand-up tripods? Seems really inefficient. They're super fat. They don't seem like mobile. You're not gonna like chase somebody on it, right? Like if they're on like a scooter. I just feel like they can, maneuver, jump off it quicker. It's kind of like a podium, just going down. What's the deal with cops on tripods? Anyway, so they left, and the Sonics were like, the Supersonics were fine with Key Arena, but then when they became the Sonics, they were like, we're not doing this shit. You got to give us a new arena. In Seattle, I was like, hey man, like, the Seahawks don't even have a new. That's what I was right. Seahawks and Mariners got a new stadium. That's what happened. They got jealous. They were like, well, what are we? We can't get a new fucking arena. And then they left and they went to fucking Oklahoma. And that is what happened. So in the meantime, I guess what they did was they took the roof off of Key Arena, and I think that they demolished the rest of it. It was just, I don't know, it was like sort of suspended up there, and they built this new arena underneath it. And the reason why it's called Climate Pledge is they use rainwater for the ice, captured rainwater for the ice. It's all solar powered. And it made me feel great because it was also a really cool, arguably the best arena in the National Hockey League to watch a game. It's like a really, like, aesthetically, like, interesting. They didn't just do like, all of from the Staples Center to Fleet Center, they all look United Center, they all look the fucking same. And this one is different. It's like the old school ones where they would have like these weird shapes to them where it would go, like the seats would go up and it would go into like a shape of like a triangle. And then there would just be like, 10 seats, 9 seats, 8 seats, all the way down to like 1 seat. Or like, Maple Leaf Gardens had stuff like that. Like any place they could put a seat, they would just stick one. They'd stick one behind a fucking pole. They didn't give a shit. But anyway, so I went there, watched the game. Bruins played. We played like dog shit. But, it was a good road trip. And we came back and we beat Calgary last night. So I just went to the brain fart game. And but I got to say, the Kraken played great. And then they started in the second period like this super aggressive forecheck to the point you couldn't even stay behind our own net, like looking up ice. They would send a guy back there. And if somebody came back on our team to help them out, they'd send another. They'd have 2 guys back there. And it was causing us to make bad passes and turn the puck over in our own end. And it ended up, the game was 1-1 after the first period, and then it was 2-1 Seattle, and then 2-2, and then they scored 2 goals in like the final minute, one with 1 second left to make it 4-2, and that was just like a fucking backbreaker. But anyway, I think their captain got 2, but we scored 2 late in the game to make it like 6-4, and then they got an empty net of 7-4. It was an ugly game, but anyway, it was fun to go to that arena, and I only got 2 more teams I got to see. I got to see the Utah Mammoth and the Carolina Hurricanes, and I got gigs coming up in both those places specifically for that. Right? And then, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I already talked to my agent. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Fucking CFL, baby. I feel like I could knock out the CFL in like maybe 2 years. They got like 6 teams. 3 road gigs, 3 games. They also play like during the week, so it's not like I got to be there on a Sunday or whatever. And I think I can fucking knock it out. And then what? I don't know. Then I don't know what to do. I've been to all 4 tennis majors. I can't get into the only other. I've been to the Masters. The only other one I want to go to is the one in Scotland, the original one, where they're playing at that place there. Was it St. Andrews? The original. That's the one they go to there every 2-3 years or some shit. It's like the Olympics. I want to go there for that. And then I got to do the Tour de France, the Isle of Man. And then I think I'm done. I've been to a Premier League game. I've been to 3 F1s. Maybe some more MotoGP. I went to MotoGP. As far as sports, I got like nothing left. I don't know, Bill. Maybe you could go home. Sit down and figure out why you felt the need to fucking do that and do it all by yourself. Or whatever. I had issues. Well, speaking of that shit, you motherfuckers, I haven't lost my temper. It's January 9th. I haven't lost my temper since probably November 30th, because December 1st I had my breakthrough. So that's like my sober, like, anger day. And I was talking to my wife this morning. I go, how do you like this new Not Angry Bill? And she goes, it's been great so far. And I'm like, I know what you mean by so far. Because I don't believe this either. I keep feeling like it's going to come back, but it doesn't. Because like the first time I took mushrooms, you know, and I figured all of this shit out, I was like in this utopia for what felt like a week or 10 days. But then after it, I was left with the reality. Now that I understood what happened to me growing up, I was like, and all throughout my life and shit, I was kind of left with, well, it still fucking happened. And then the anger came back like tenfold. And so did my hiccups, evidently. So, anyway, this has been different. Because I had this breakthrough, and then I thought, like, okay, well, is this 7 to 10 day thing? Then I come back, like, even angrier. And it has not, I am proud to say. So that's 31 days of December plus 9. 40 days. 40 days of not losing my shit. Driving in LA, people doing dumb shit in front of me, and I just fucking laugh. I just laugh. So I told my wife, I go, I understand what you're saying, but, you know, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the yoga, I'm journaling. I'm enjoying this woman wearing a tennis hat, a visor, even though she's not playing tennis. Got a fucking, you know what I like about her headphones? She had a wire connected to her phone. They're finally admitting that that's not good for your brain to have wireless headphones or those little fucking ear things. You know. But it's okay, because it's American companies doing it to us. They're the ones giving us brain cancer. But I'll tell you right now, if those goddamn Venezuelans did anything, well, we would put a stop to that immediately. You do not give our citizens brain cancer. We do. Anyway, the fuck else have I been doing? Oh, and then I did my show. What was it? Wednesday night. I played this other theater where they usually have musicals. And, oh my God, it was fucking gorgeous. The lights were so down, though, I couldn't see it. And I deliberately went out afterwards when the lights were up to take a peek at it. I already forget the name of the place, but I want to thank everybody that showed up. And I got all this new shit that I've been doing, and then, like, my energy was, like, kind of different. Which made me, like, you know, I'm not, like, the screaming, angry lunatic. I don't fucking know. It went great. And I'm excited. I got my tour dates. I think I'm going to start back up in March. I'm finally getting back out on the road. I shook off doing the play. And spent all this quality time at home, and been playing catch with my daughter. Something I fantasized about this before I ever had a kid, was playing catch. It's one of the best things you can ever do with your kid, because you can sit there and you can talk about their day, you know, and because they're doing this other activity, they don't feel like cornered, and they're having fun, and you can kind of gauge like where they're at and everything. It's really, really fun. And my daughter has she's got a great arm. and she really loves baseball, and she's getting into sports, which is like, of course, causing me to like freak out, you know, in a great way. And so last night I'm watching the Miami Hurricane Ole Miss game. Great fucking game, by the way. Congratulations to Ole Miss, man. Just achieving what you guys did with Lane Kiffin leaving was amazing. Congratulations, University of Miami, and then and their quarterback, who's in his 7th year at college. How about that? What a great story that is. So I sat down with her, and I'm going like, hey, you know, you want to learn about football too? She's like, no. And I was like, oh, fuck, I pushed it too far. All right, I got to do this meeting, and I'll finish this podcast in a minute. All right, and I'm back. Just like that, the magic of fucking editing. Anyway, so who's playing tonight? There should be another college game tonight. Tonight it's Indiana versus, who the fuck are they playing? Oh, geez, Louise. It's not Ohio State. It's not Alabama. It's not Mississippi State. Who the fuck are they playing? Oh, Jesus. Whatever. I'm going to say, I'm recording the game. I'm back to watching sports. I got like a little too into like, I just have to fucking watch Bluey and SpongeBob SquarePants, and I started to lose my mind. And then what happened was I went to the Bruins-Kings game with my buddy Jackie Flynn, the great Jackie Flynn, and I was like, I need to do this. Every once in a while, I need to watch a fucking game, Same way my lovely wife needs to go fucking get her toes done. I need to sit down and watch some sort of a sporting event. All right. I just feel like I lose a part of myself because I'm really happy that I watched that game last night. Seeing the quarterback of Miami, knowing that he was a 7th-year college student, as the kids say, I felt seen. All right. Because I didn't get my degree. I didn't finish all my credits until I was like 24 and a half. And then that was like December of 92. And then I walked and graduated in like May of 93. And I was almost 25. So it was nice to see that, somebody who also took 7 years to get through college is on his way to the national championship game, playing the winner of Indiana and whoever the fuck they're playing. Why don't I know who that is? Oregon. Somebody out west. There you go. That's what you got to do. You got to go Big Ten, then you go SEC, then you think out west, and at that point you should have the answer. Well, not this year, man. You got a team from fucking Florida. They are from Florida. It's not the part of Florida I like. I like being up near Tallahassee. Anyway, the fuck is going on with my phone? I can't believe how long. I still have the 13 Pro. I don't know about you guys. Still have it. I just, the key is you erase text threads in your phone, especially from people really close in your life. Because over the years, like you've sent each other like 5,000 fucking texts with, memes and little videos and all of that. And that's what fills up your phone. So I've been getting rid of that. I can't, for some reason, I can't erase the one with my wife, which I swear to God, this would be like a brand new phone. Because I know that's got to be like 30,000 texts. I could actually erase it now and then recover it. I don't know why I'm so afraid to. Let me just see. I'm going to see how many text messages have we sent each other. Here we go. Here's something interesting. All right, here we go. Wait. Done. Oh, I don't know how to do it because I have her in the locked in part at the top. Let's see here. Delete. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Now, let's see what we got here. Wait. Recently deleted. 51,482 messages. All right, now I got to recover. Why won't it let me recover it? Hey, man, Oh, there you go. Recover all. Recover 51,482. I got to take a screenshot of this. All right, I hit recover all. What's going on? Let me see. Now I'm going to go back. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, there she is. And then I have to figure out how to put her back in her special place. I'll put you in a special place. You keep running your mouth. I don't fucking remember how to do this. There we go. I click on this. How do you fucking... whatever. Now I got to Google that. What are you going to do? You know? What are you going to... This is just something I'm not good with. I got a buddy of mine who's like all of a sudden like buying old football carts. I'm like, I used to do that shit. So now I'm living vicariously through him. He just sent me a text message. I just got Too Tall Jones for $7. Ed Too Tall Jones was on that line with Harvey Martin and the Manster. Part man, part monster. Randy White. Then there's Bob Brewing, Cliff Harris, Charlie Waters. How do I still remember those names? I don't fucking know. All right. So my next gig coming up, I believe, is I am in Utah. And I'm going there specifically to go see the Utah Mammoth play a game. I'm going to go to that Edmonton Oilers game so I can see Connor McDavid live, Leon Draisaitl. I can't believe they're not on the same line. Not because I don't understand splitting those two amazing players up, but the fact that they're both at the top of the league in points. Because there's that guy that plays with whatever the fuck his name is there, McKinnon on the Avalanche. His line mate has a ton of points. But then it's like, they're on the same line. Everybody's freaking out. Opens the ice up or whatever. Oh, does it, Bill? Is that what you learned when you used to play pickup hockey, you fucking asshole? All right, that was fair criticism. That was fair. All right, here's a really stupid question. The fact that we're at odds, well, not you or I, or the Venezuelan people, the fact that our oil companies, the fact that our government has decided that they finally had enough of the drugs coming in from South America. From the people that brought you, let's go to Epstein Island comes, we need to stop drugs coming into this country. Does this mean like you can't go to the Galapagos Islands now? That was something I always wanted to do. But then I watched enough of the Nature Channel and I was just like, why don't I just leave that place alone? If I really want that place to be as beautiful as it is, a shithead like me shouldn't go down to Venezuela and then charter a boat, get on the fucking boat and go out there. I went to New Zealand. That's like the Galapagos Islands for like people that don't want to go out to sea. Even though, I can't even say technically, New Zealand is an island. That's something that always made me confused when I was in geography class. They actually had a geography class. Was how Australia is considered a continent and not an island. Like, why can't it be both? You know what it was? Was because that expression, both things can be true, did not exist back then. See, there's one to fucking grow on. I got to get back there at some point. I haven't been there in over 10 years. And I used to go there on a regular basis. Then I became a dad. But like, I loved it. And to this day, I'll never forget landing there. It was like in the wintertime. And being compelled to jump into the ocean, which I'm terrified of. And it was like rough seas, but it was fucking gorgeous. I forget where the hell I was. I was going for this walk, and we were looking down this cliff, and there was like a hotel with a pool, and the waves were crashing up, and the fucking seawater was getting into the pool. But there was something about it, the foamy water and all of that. I wasn't even drinking coffee at that point. It was like a cappuccino. And it looked amazing. And I knew the second I jumped off that cliff, I would be like, what the fuck did I just do? And then that would have been it. That would have been it. So, anyway. I don't have any ad reads, I wonder why. All the dumb shit that I say on this fucking podcast. Well, that'll do it, Bill, You keep running your stupid yap, that'll do it. So, here's something exciting. Coming up on February 3rd, I'm going to be playing a couple, 2-3 songs on Dean Del Rey's Bon Scott tribute comedy / like rock show that he does. So I got to get these songs together. And I'm kind of psyched because one of them I never knew how to count the beginning in. You know, like the famous one I'll give you, like as far as like weird songs on drums to try to count in on is In My Time of Dying by Led Zeppelin. And I never would have figured it out, but it just so happened this amazing drummer, Brian Tishy, broke it down one time, and he was talking about how Jimmy Page was playing in 4, but not really 4, but it is 4. It's sort of like he's moving the time around. So he was saying, you know, that ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think I've talked about this before, but you count it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, you know, that slide. He plays it like deliberately out of time. But after it's da-da-da-da-da and 1 and 2 and, then it's 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bum, bum, bum. I'm doing an AC/DC song that's kind of like that. There's another one that I can never figure out. Jailbreak. I can never, like, Phil Rudd, like after they play that beginning part of it, Phil Rudd, you know, starts keeping time on 2 and 4 on the hi-hat. And I just cannot, because they start in the middle of the riff. And my brain, I can't hear it. You know, does that ever happen? I'm talking to like drummers here, musicians. Like you ever just like, you're not hearing it right. Like, there's a Foo Fighters song that all my life I've been looking for something. If you listen to the beginning, dun, 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 dun. It sounds like initially, you know, what is it? It's either to 1E, to 2E, to 3E, to 4E. But if you make your brain count that as 1EN, 2EN, instead of it fucks your brain up. But I'm doing that on purpose. But on that Jailbreak, the song, I just cannot find where the fuck that is. And I've been being to ask my drum teacher. I haven't taken a lesson in too long. Like, where the fuck is 1? You know? And I think that's a metaphor for a lot of us right now. Where is the 1? Where is the logic in what it is that we're doing here? What is our country's slogan? Give us your poor, give us your downtrodden. We need to amend that. Give us your poor, give us your downtrodden, or we'll fucking kidnap them. The absurdity, the absolute fucking absurdity of corruption, what is going on right now, is just, it's beyond the pale. We've crossed the Rubicon. The die has been cast. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I don't know how long we think we're just going to go around and just take people's shit and think that people aren't going to eventually gang up on us. I don't think this is a good move, personally. But, you know, I'm not the brightest guy. I'm not the sharpest tool in the tool shed. Maybe you guys can give me some wisdom on it. Educate me on it. By the way, just for shits and giggles, watch how people clip what I just said. And they'll leave out that whole part, you know, like they did during that bullshit a few months ago where I said, I'm just fucking with you. If I saw the money, I would have taken the gig too. They cut that fucking part out. The cunts. Oh, Jesus. They're all out there taking pictures of a salad. Okay. Anyway, who do you guys like? You got to like Indiana tonight, huh? They just seem like a team of destiny. All the big boys are out of it. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia. You know, they're all out of it. I'll tell you, it's anybody's game. It's kind of like the AFC this year. Ravens are out of it. Hey, shout out to John Harbaugh. What a fucking run, huh? He had with the Ravens. Won a Super Bowl title and coached for 18 years. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. And they're saying that the Dolphins are looking at him And I actually did like a deep dive on the Dolphins coach. Not a deep dive. I just read up on him. I had no idea that guy's backstory. That guy's a really fascinating dude. Went to Yale, realized that he couldn't compete at that level, but he had like this coach's mind and he just fucking rolled with it. You know? Got a little crazy with the booze, had to go away for a few weeks. Like, I relate to this guy. You were not what they were looking for, and you fucking made it anyways, and along the way you got a little sideways with the booze. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, I got to go do the Anything Better part. I'm fucking podcast boy today. Sorry this podcast was a little all over the place. This always happens after I travel, and then I have to kind of like start and stop and then start again. So my apologies, but I want to thank everybody that came out to the Seattle gig, everybody that's buying tickets for the upcoming Utah show. And I'm going to have a bunch of dates coming up that I'm very excited about. Going to be doing the road in a very fun way, getting back to, you know, Billy's sports teams or whatever. Realizing that I can, you know, have a wife, kids, and a little bit of a life. You know, it doesn't just become like, you know, Bluey, SpongeBob, and Godzilla movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was starting to go a little nuts. I was starting to relate to people in SpongeBob a little bit too much. That maniacal laughing that they do in SpongeBob. I was like, oh yeah, I know that feeling. Hang in there, buddy. Fucking hang in there. All right. This is going to be a great year, buddy. All right? I'm talking to you. It's going to be great for everybody. We're going to have a great fucking year. We're going to be positive. We're going to be nice to people. Despite everything that's going on out there, we're going to listen to one another. It's okay to live your life one way while somebody else lives their life another way. If nobody's hurting anybody, it's okay to not agree politically. Right? And these fucking nerds are putting everybody on the unemployment line, and the politicians are letting them do it on both sides of the aisle. So we got to look out for each other. That's it. That's all there is to it. We got to get on the same page. The regular Joe, you got to set aside. I really wish this could just work by saying this, but whatever. You can always try. All right, that's the podcast. Have a great weekend, you cunts, and I'll check in on you. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, January 8th, 2018. That's a lot of eights, dude. I should go get a fucking scratch ticket and play nothing but eights. Dude, my number came in. Hit it for fucking 7 1/4. We're going to go down to fucking... What the fuck are those casinos down there? Jesus Christ, I perform at them. Going to go down to Mohegan Sun, dude. Hit the fucking blackjack table, splitting aces, kid. Whatever, I'm playing with house money. How are you? How was your first weekend of the year? Did you enjoy it? There's only 51 left. Or 4 left if you listen to people who are fucking freaking out about global warming. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that it doesn't concern me, but I just kind of take it day to day. I look out the window, right? There's no zombies. I can turn on the faucet. There's still water. Okay. Right? You always got to look for the zombies first. I like the old zombies. You know what I mean? The ones that walked real slow. You had a fucking chance as opposed to now they're like running around all roided up. Roided up. That's right. They're on the fucking juice. All these zombies need to be tested. They got to get it out of the fucking league. All right? All those kills that all those other zombies have, that's why, like, zombies are killing so many people now. You know what I mean? Of course you don't. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Neither do I. All right? If you're new to my podcast, how are you? Get ready to listen to some of the dumbest shit you're going to hear for like another 58 minutes, I think. Yeah, good call. Minute 52 into the podcast. I'm going to fucking pat myself on the back. That's the back of my head. That's why it was fucking sounded like, you know. Fucking wedding ring. You know what sucks about wearing a wedding ring? You got this little piece of metal on your hand. You hit yourself, you know. It's like a constant fucking... It's like a painful reminder. Oh, that's right, I'm married. You know, fly goes onto your face, you whack yourself, right?
in the face. You already slapped yourself in the face, and then your wedding ring like catches like your brow. You know, you're like, fuck. And right after that happens, your wife goes, honey, could you? What? I was just asking if you could do me a favor. Where did that come from? I did the smartest thing tonight, right? Me and my wife, right? My wife, we had this, you know, every once in a while you got to clean house, right? And be like, all right, let's go where the kid can't hear us. Let's just sit down and we're going to talk about what we've been doing over the last, whatever, month, 6 months, decade, depending on how long it's been since you've had those talks, right? Having a talk in a relationship is like fucking the end of your year when you have to do your taxes and you didn't organize anything and you got a year's worth of fucking receipts all sticking out all over the place and you just keep putting it off and putting it off, you know what I mean? The next thing you know, the box is fucking another box down the street, right? So we try to air it out. So we went out, all right, got some chicken wings, and we just I think we were just going to go out to hang. We knew that we needed to hang out. Like, we got to hang out, right? The kid's taking a lot of our us time. We need to go fucking hang out. So we go hang out, and then just all this shit came out, all right? And one of the things that I was doing is I was ruining television for her because I don't shut up when I watch TV. I imitate people. I make fun of them. And when the other person is in the room and they want to watch the show, evidently it's really annoying. Of course it's annoying. So, and if she's watching reality TV, like, I never shut up because it's just, I mean, I don't know. So I've been trying not, you know, if she's watching something that we both enjoy, like Ozark, you know, or the Black Mirror. Oh, they all got Boston. They got the R's in there. All the shows that we like, Twilight Zone, all of that shit. If we're watching shit like that, I shut up. All right. But if it's anything else, I don't shut the fuck up. So if she's watching like reality shows. So tonight she was watching the Golden Globes. All right. And I know right there, I can't watch that show with her because she's going to get mad at me. So I just wanted to watch Seth's monologue. I always watch the comic because it's such a fucking crazy gig, right? To come out there, you're doing all brand new shit, and like sitting right in the front row, like 2 feet away, is fucking Oprah Winfrey, and you know Samuel Jackson and Willem Dafoe. All these fucking people are there. It's like the whole everything you're watching at home on TV, right? Television shows, movies, all of a sudden it turns around and looks at you while you go out there with the new fucking 10 minutes or whatever the hell it is they do. So I'm watching that. Seth is fucking killing. And the first time I talked was at some point when I saw Oprah was sitting there and I leaned over and go, can you imagine doing your jokes and Oprah is like right there? She was like, and I was like, oh, fuck. All right. And I just, it's like, all right, I'm going to shut up. And then the award show started. And the smartest thing I did is I pretended I had to go do something. And I just sort of got up and I walked out. So I wouldn't do the rest of it. I wouldn't do the rest. I wouldn't ruin the fucking show for her. And guess what? We're not in a fight right now. It's unbelievable. You know? And I just stayed in the kitchen. I made some waffles. I'm one of those breakfast for dinner kind of guys. You know, that's how I do it. That's my swagger. That's the Marlboro man that I have in me. I just realized the second I said that, that's like some shit you say when you're trying to be interesting on a date, or if you're too dumb to know you're not interesting, you would say something. First of all, I want to thank everyone who's still listening to this. The fact that I said I'm a breakfast for dinner kind of guy, all right? What I should have said was I like having breakfast for dinner sometimes. But I said I'm a breakfast for dinner kind of guy. Once you say kind of guy, you should be legally required to do the double fucking pistol shot with you. With your fingers. I'm that kind of guy. Bang, bang. Side of fucking sausage. So I was out there making waffles. And she yelled out, she goes, Sammy won, Sammy won. Sam Rockwell won, so I obviously love Sam. And he did something that's really hard to do. He had a great speech. And then, I was watching a little bit more, and I felt all these things that I was going to say, so I just walked out. I walked out before I said something stupid, If your tux is all black, you're not a rapist. Welcome to the Golden Globes. Like, I would have been doing shit like that. Do you realize you could be an absolute fucking monster? Okay, but if you wore an all-black tuxedo, everyone would be looking at you like you were progressive. That's why, I understand why it's done, because it's a show of strength, and everybody's like, yes, this is obviously something that, needs to stop, yada, 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 and a bunch of other obvious shit. But it also creates this thing where you could just walk in and no one's going to fuck with you because you're wearing the right uniform. That's why I don't like all of that political correctness stuff, is because you create a roadmap for people to just get across the river, because they know what to say and what not to say when they're in public, and everybody's like, oh, he said Native American, he said blah, 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 blah. Well, obviously, and he has an all-black tuxedo, he must be a good person. All right? Now, all of this is just shit that no one wants to fucking hear when they're trying to watch. So I ran in, I saw Sam Rockwell. When I heard Carol Burnett was there, I ran in, I saw that. And when I heard Roseanne Barr and John Goodman were on, I ran in and I watched that, And what else? No, I saw something else. I saw Jennifer Aniston. Oh, she was there with Carol Burnett. How fucking great does she look? I'm telling you, man, she does not age at all. Her and fucking Howie Long. I said the exact same. That's kind of weird, right? I said the exact same thing when I saw Howie Long today when I was watching the playoffs. I was like, he fucking looks unbelievable. Guy just does not, he has not lost one hair on top of his head. I haven't been able to have that haircut since I was like 15. Anyways, I fucking watched so much goddamn sports this weekend, right? I did do a little Duolingo trying to get back into the whole, I have to become bilingual, and I have to learn how to speak French, because that's such a snooty fucking language, and I'm such a dope. How hilarious would it be? That's what keeps me going. All right? Not respect for the culture, not trying to improve myself, just how fucking funny it would be if I was completely fluent in French and really good at it. I could speak the slang, but I wouldn't have an accent. Just think of how much dumb shit I've said right now. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I could just start speaking perfect. I could go to Paris, and no one would turn their fucking nose up at me. Oh, the opportunity. I'm telling you, I want to do that, because I want to go there, and I want to act like a fucking moron. I mean, I didn't have to act. I'd ramp it up, and then just listen to hear what they would say. And I would 10 days of just laughing my fucking balls off, and then ruining it for all you guys who go over there if you're from here. Anyways. So I had the Peach Bowl taped, recorded, saved in fucking digital space, whatever the fuck you kids say. And I was meaning to watch it because I came home from the Rose Bowl, and I was like, holy shit, Central Florida won? So I actually put it on, and my wife was sick this weekend. Everybody got the bug. Everybody got the stomach flu. I haven't got it yet, okay? I take these little chewables, all right? And I take a men's, what the fuck do you call it? A men's vitamin. What do they call those things? Men's Daily or some shit. I never take them. I take them when I start to feel sick. And I knew everybody was getting sick around me, so I just started fucking just chowing those things down, right? And I've been able to hold it off. And last night I actually slept in a different room. You know what I mean? I love my wife, but, I'm not going to start puking and shitting, you know what I mean? Unnecessarily. I wouldn't put her through that, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, for better or for worse. And then there's common sense. And my wife's cool as hell, so she was just like, yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. So I left. You know what's weird is when you ever just like, when I sleep in a different room, I sleep on the opposite side of the bed. So when I wake up and I get a sense that the edge of the bed is on the wrong side and I'm not on the road, you know, it freaks me out. Like, where the fuck am I? Did I get arrested for a murder I didn't commit? And then I open my eyes. I'm like, oh, fuck, no. I'm just sleeping in a different room in my own house. That's cool. So anyways, I watched the fucking Peach Bowl, and I watched Central Florida, man. What a fucking game. What a game, man. Central Florida, huh? This is long overdue. Congrats in that, I hope you say his name, Shaquem Griffin, the linebacker on the team. The guy's got one hand. He's got one hand, and he was dominating Auburn, who I swear to God, half of their guys looked like they had like 40 pounds on whoever they were lining up against. And I love Auburn. I love watching them beat Alabama. You know, I love seeing that shit. It's just fun. It's fun to see, you know, because Alabama's supposed to win. So Auburn was supposed to win that one. So, I mean, how do you not root for Central Florida? Central Florida, I went to their campus, right? Did I go to the Central Florida? I don't think I did. I went to the other one. Wherever the game was at the War and the Four, the one that's in Orlando, I went to that one. And I just went in and I looked at the campus and I was like, yeah, I could have got accepted here. I could have gone to this fucking school. Like, their campus is in the middle of like a rotary. Like, there's a big roundabout. And it's like they had a big roundabout and then they stuck a school right in the middle of it. So I had to root for them because I love that game so much, you know, so you got to love an underdog. So congratulations to them. And what else? Then I watched all of the playoffs, except no, I can't even say that. I watched 2 of the games today, and I missed, you know, I put the Kansas City game on right at the end, and because my brother texted me, he was talking about Sean McDonough's voice when it cracked. I can't believe the level of shit the guy got for that. That was a great call. It just wasn't a touchdown. Then everybody who's fucking miserable's got to trash the guy. I wish something as exciting as that happened every game just to hear him lose his shit. All I heard was a guy that loves the game and fucking loves his job. Everybody's like, yeah, did you hear his voice crack? I don't know. My voice cracks when I get excited, you know? Anyways, so everybody's jumping all over Andy Reid, you know, giving him shit for fucking, I don't even know what the hell happened. I have no idea. I know that their big fucking tight end, the potato sack race guy, I know he took a shot to the head, so he wasn't in the game. Obviously, that would change. Bill, you literally going to break down a game he didn't watch? Yeah, probably. You know, loves to say, you know what, the guy can't get it done. Guy can't get it done. Andy Reid, you know, that guy can't get it done. You know, people love to say that kind of shit. People who can't get it done in their own lives. You know what I mean? Guy can't get it done. Nobody can get it done in Kansas City. Nobody's got it done in Kansas City since fucking Hank Stram. All right? He's gone to a fucking franchise that is a perennial fucking loser. And he came from another one, Philadelphia, that's a perennial fucking loser. All right? Kansas City won a Super Bowl in 1970. The fucking Eagles won in 1960. Anybody can do the Phil Jackson thing and fucking go jump on the goddamn Lakers when they already got Kobe Bryant and Shaq. Andy Reid likes a challenge. I'm going to the most miserable fucking sports city in the world, Philadelphia. He went there before the Phillies won. All right? Well, it was a fucking drought. Well, they'd won in 1980, but you know what I mean. So, in defense of that guy, is everybody shitting all over them like they would have known how to run the clock or whatever the fuck they're giving him shit about. That guy is taking on 2 huge fucking challenges. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, so there's my take on it, having not watched the game. You see that? You see what happens when you find an angle and you just go off on it? It actually sounded for half a second like I knew what I was talking about, right? Actually, you know why I didn't see the game? The real reason I didn't see the game wasn't because my wife was sick. The real reason why is because I was busy looking at game film. I was busy looking at game film, getting ready to, I had to coach some kids out in Buffalo against this team, the Jaguars. If one more person sends me a goddamn photo going, is it me or you look just like this guy? It's like, dude, that joke was made like a year ago. Like, if you guys really want to just fucking annoy me, just keep sending me that. Like, and you got to deliver it like it's the first time. You know what I should have done? I should have started retweeting all of them. Or maybe that's what I need to do. I thought I already retweeted them to be like, this joke has been made. Can we build on it? I'm not saying don't make the joke, but you got to. Knock, knock, who's there? Banana. Banana who? Knock, knock, who's there? Banana. Banana who? I get it. Where the hell am I? All right, Jags beat the fucking Bills. Oh, that's right. I watched that. That's the first game I watched. I missed the Atlanta Falcons playing the Rams. And I think like a lot of people, I forgot that Atlanta won the first 58 minutes of last year's Super Bowl. And then what was great was they completely fucked up their regular season to the point nobody was talking about them. But they made the playoffs, so now playoffs. So now everybody's 0-0 to start. And they got all that experience from last year, right? I don't know. Who the fuck do they play next week? They go to Philly. And Philly was all lined up to go. And what happens? Carson Wentz gets his fucking knee fucked up for the rest of the season because it's Philly. Okay, and I'm not shitting on Philly. Any Eagle fan will tell you this. The second you put that fucking helmet on, somebody's got to break that curse, man. Do you think it's going to be Nick Foles? Does his last name sound too much like Follies? The Nick Foles Follies. If he fucking blows this game, I'm telling you right now, he's going to be starring in one of those ice capades. He'll be like the guy with the top hat, bringing out a bunch of old Eagles on ice skates that never won Super Bowls. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to root for this year. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Patriots, but who else do I like? I actually like the Saints. What a great game that was. Now, that game I saw against the fucking Panthers. A lot of drops, some critical drops by the Panthers in the first half. You know what I think is going to happen? I think Drew Brees, the underrated Drew Brees. He's like third all-time passing. Nobody talks about him. You know what I mean? You know why? He's just a regular-looking guy. He's a little taller than Doug Flutie. Okay? He's a little shyer than fucking Brett Favre. And he's not as good-looking as Tom Brady. And he's down there in New Orleans, and nobody's paying attention. Nobody's fucking paying attention. And meanwhile, the guy's out there killing it. He's got a Super Bowl ring. So now he's going to Minnesota to face some guy named Case Keenum, who people are saying he's in the running to be the MVP of the league. He is. You think Drew Brees is afraid of that? I don't think he is. This is my prediction for next week, knowing nothing about the Minnesota Vikings. Okay? I say Drew Brees goes into Minnesota. Okay? And when he leaves, there's going to be a bunch of people crying at the Mall of America. I think the Saints go in, and they fucking beat Minnesota. A buddy of mine was going, I can't believe Minnesota built another dome. They're like a cold city team. That's like a great advantage. And now Drew Brees is going to go in and play in a dome. He's going to be at home. And I was just like, why did they make a dome? And I was like, that's what I was thinking. But we're old guys. And I think that, the NFL's done with us. They're now trying to move on to the millennials. And you got to build a dome because millennials don't like to go outside, right? So if you can just get them to an Uber, they'll get to the game. And then, look, you're back inside again. You're back inside. There's big TV screens. You can stare at those instead of watch the game, but you can sit here and say you were at what you watched on a TV. All right, the Patriots are playing the Titans. We'll see. We'll see how that one goes. You never know. And who do the Steelers got? The Steelers got the fucking... they got the Jags. Right? The Steelers got the Jags. kind of happy both those teams. One of them is going to knock the other guy off. Although I am not excited, if we get past the Titans, I am not excited to play the Steelers again because they already beat us once this year. But unfortunately, we were given the victory over that whole bullshit. It's a good thing because we ended up getting home field. But I always think the team that loses has the advantage the second time around. However, I just think Bill Belichick is such a superior coach. By the way, do I really have to address this stupid shit about Bill Belichick? That he's going to leave the Patriots over a fucking personal trainer. I sometimes just think that the fucking media just has it out for the fucking Patriots. I just don't understand. I've never seen such a big bunch of shit made out of nothing. And here's the thing. If he's fucking going back, if Belichick ever went back to the Giants, who gives a fuck? He's not ours. He started with the Giants. Okay, well, he didn't. He started with like the fucking Lions or something, but he started with the Giants, okay? That's where he got his first ring. Then he went over to the goddamn Jets, right? The man goes over to the fucking Jets, and, he went to Cleveland before that, and they fired him. Typical Cleveland move. He goes over to the Jets. He was going to be the Jets coach. It was right there. And then he just wanted to get out from underneath Bill Parcells, and he left. So it wouldn't be a defection out of Boston. It would be a return home. We fucking stole that guy in 1999. We've gone to 7 Super Bowls. Won 5. Maybe that's why we never beat the Giants. That was the football gods going, Bill, you never should have left. Actually, he should have left. You know what I mean? That was like when he stepped out from Bill Parcells' shadow, became the fucking legend that he is now. But anyways, the end of the fucking day, I don't give a fuck about Tom Brady's personal trainer. I don't give a shit. Who the fuck would break up the goddamn band over that is beyond me. Am I really supposed to think that that's a real fucking thing? That would shock me. Not if he left. It would just shock me if it was over that. But, Bill Parcells left over Terry Glenn, rest in peace. I'll never quite forgive that guy for telling the fucking team that he wasn't coming back the next year before we played the Packers in the Super Bowl. And actually, has that ever even been confirmed? Somebody just told me he did that. All right, I'd like to apologize to Bill Parcells. What the fuck am I talking about here? What you're listening to is a man who did nothing with his weekend. That's what you're doing, okay? And that's why you're probably listening, because you probably did it too. All right, here's one of the douchiest things. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. And I feel like I have to admit to it before I do it, okay? Anybody in Ireland? Wait, I got to make sure that's the right country. Who makes shepherd's pie? You know what I mean? There's like all those fucking pies over there, and I love all of them because I got all that blood in me. English, Irish, Scottish. So any sort of any of those fucking meat pies, I like that shit. All right, shepherd's pie. Origin. Shepherd's pie was invented by Seamus O'Shepherd. Shepherd's pie, or cottage pie, is a meat pie, place of origin, the United Kingdom. Oh, all right. Because there's no sheep in Ireland? Is that what it is? I always forget. And then Ireland, they make a different one, right? Shepherd's pie, or cottage pie, the dish, history. This is going to be boring as shit. In early cookbooks, the dish was a means of using leftover roasted meat of any kind, and the pie dish was lined with mashed potatoes, as well as having a mashed potato crust on top. So they built a wall around it back then. Where did it come from? You like that? I can't find it, so I just yelled at my computer. I don't give a fuck. That's it right there. That's why I didn't do well in school. I look it up, and I got that clock in my head like a quarterback. I got the clock before I just throw it out of bounds. I don't care now. Now I'm not going to learn it. I'll fucking make it up on the next question. And that's why I got like a 390 combined on my SATs. I did. And I took a prep course, and I studied. Did I break? I don't think I broke 400. I know what every dude is. Oh, dude, they give you like 350. I know. Anyways, I'm going to make a shepherd's pie with cauliflower mashed potatoes. I just have to pause here as everybody's going, no! Yeah, because this gluten-free diet that I'm doing, I'm kind of half-assed doing it. But just half-assed doing it, I don't have to work out. It's fucking great. I'm telling you, man, if you lay off the gluten, I remember thinking, what the fuck is gluten? And then they told me everything that it's in, and I'm like, oh, so like all the good foods, all the foods I love, I've just been laying off the old gluten there. Gluten-free. If you ever saw my flat ass, you'd be surprised. Oh, sorry, bad joke. Yeah, so I'm going to make it with cauliflower because I'm not allowed to eat potatoes. I'm sorry, people. I've been out here too long. You know? I've been 10 years out here in Hollywood, and now I've become a gluten-free douche. I'm not really, because I got these brioche buns that I bought for the hot dogs at the Rose Bowl, and it was the only thing I fucked up. I forgot to not only bring hot dogs, I forgot to buy them. So I have all of these brioche buns. It's like, I'm not going to throw them out, so I went out and bought some hot dogs. So I'm kind of full of sodium and gluten at this point. Anyways, so I'm going to make shepherd's pie with mashed potatoes, and I'm not putting this. Well, it's one recipe I saw they had corn in it. I was like, I wouldn't why would you do that? It's all about the peas. You got the lamb in there, right? You got a little bit of onion, mince that up. A couple other fucking salt and pepper, whatever else you put in there, and then you get the peas. Fucking corn. It's an imposter. It doesn't have the guts of a pea. That's why it's yellow. It's a little yellow fucking cowardly fucking... Is it a vegetable? It's not a fruit, is it? I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll make a shepherd's pie with fucking mashed potatoes. Cauliflower mashed potatoes. I actually really like cauliflower mashed potatoes. I don't like cauliflower, but if you're going to throw a bunch of butter on it, I mean, how's it not going to taste good? You know? The only thing I really don't like is that fucking... what is that shit they were putting in everything for a while? What the fuck? It was it. Began with a T, didn't it? Truffle oil. Ugh. I remember one time we went out and there was mashed potatoes and they had truffle oil in it. No, I'm sorry. Had macaroni and cheese and they put truffle oil in it. Why would you do that? You don't need to. It's pasta with cheese. Fuck off. You know? Truffle oil for a while was like the fucking Hare Krishna of ingredients. You know? You know? Tell them we don't want any. Fuck out of here. Leave me alone. And the waiter or the waitress, or is there I can't believe no one's been offended by that yet. Waiter and waitress, and we're all waiters. Is there a fucking gender neutral fucking term we can come up with that? A wait attendant. Well, that's going to get someone a body image. The fucking person who gives you your food who would rather be doing a different job for better money. There. Is that a good description? Was that genderless? Told me that there was only a little bit of truffle. There's just a hint of it. There's just a hint. There's just a dash. And I was like, all right. And I ordered it. And it sucked. Truffle oil overpowers every fucking thing. It's like a comic that's on off stage. Like a fucking lampshade over its goddamn head. I hate truffle oil. I don't even know what it is. Should I look that up and fucking... Isn't it from like a mushroom or something? Truffle oil. This is why the internet makes people less funny. Because back in the day, you just had no idea and you just guessed. And then there was always somebody in the room with a big enough fucking ego to just definitively give you an answer, even though they didn't know. Truffle oil is a modern culinary ingredient used to impart the flavor and aroma of truffles to a dish. All right, now we're looking up truffles. A truffle is a fruiting body of subterranean escumset fungus. The fuck is that? All right, now I'm looking up escumset. scumset is a division or a phylum of the kingdom of fungi. All right, what's a phylum? In biology, a phylum is a level of classification or a taxonomic rank. In biological classification, a taxonomical rank. See what I'm saying? This is why I don't look up shit. I'm too dumb to understand the fucking definition. It just keeps going. It's like a Hummel. By the time you get down it, you don't even know what the fuck you were asking the question. It's like you ever go on I can't say that. You know what I mean? Some of these streaming sites, right? And you fucking, I'm going to watch that. Oh, wait, I'll watch that. No, watch that. What was that other thing I was going to watch? All right. Anyways, why don't I read a little bit of advertising, shall I? Shall I read a little bit of advertising? Oh, look who's back. Indochino. All right. And we're done. We're done with the reads for the week. If you might notice, you might have noticed that I am in a little more of a perkier mood. I am in a great mood because guess what? I finally made a breakthrough in my rehab of this fucking lingering rotator cuff injury. You know what's funny? I don't even know if it's cup or cuff. I think it's cuff. I always forget. I think I said cup for most of my life. Let's go back to Wikipedia. Rotator. Oh, it's cuff. It's not cup. In anatomy, the rotator cuff is a group of muscles and their tendons that act to stabilize the shoulder. Yeah, that's the problem, because when they fucking don't, your shoulder kind of comes out of the socket, maybe? I don't know. The four muscles of the rotator cuff are over half of the 7 scapulohumeral muscles. Scapulohumeral muscles are a group of 7 muscles that connect to the humerus to the scapula. They are amongst the muscles that act on the glenohumeral joint. What the fuck is that? The shoulder joint. Oh, that's a shoulder joint. The glenohumeral joint. Who gives a fuck? Anyways, my shoulder's been bugging me, so I didn't understand. I didn't understand how to rehab. Like when I felt pain, I stopped. I didn't understand that you had to kind of go into it a little bit, like you're skimming the frosting off, right? Or if you're making steel cut oats, you know, that awful gluey shit on top, you just skim that off. You kind of got to do that with the pain. So this person told me this great exercise where I laid down on my back and then put my arm, like if I was standing up, I would be pointing straight ahead. But when you lay down your back, you're now pointing at the ceiling. Okay, I'm not saying put your arm up over your fucking head. Just point straight up and just start making little circles. You know, a bunch clockwise, a bunch counterclockwise, and then you just gradually increase slowly as shit the circumference of them. And when you start to feel the top layer of pain, you know, that's where you stop. But when I was going, how I've been doing it, when I go around into the circle, is I kind of stay at an acceptable level of confronting the pain. And I swear to God, I've been doing that for since Thursday. And I've gotten like 30% increase, I would say, in my range of motion. And I feel like I can get this thing, you know, I'm not saying re-strengthen it, but I think I can get it all back by the end of the fucking month. Oh, I can't say that because I don't want to fucking rush it because then I'll mess it up again. But I'm very excited about that. It's put me in a better mood. You know what they say? You know, hey, at least you got your health, because it puts you in a bad goddamn mood. All right, so somebody was asking me, Dean Del Rey's diet. Hi, Bill, can you please talk about Dean Del Rey's diet details on his next podcast? I'd like to lose a little weight myself. So I have to go into Dean Del Rey's podcast, Let There Be Talk from the All Things Comedy Network. Dean can explain it. I don't remember all of it. I just kind of I eat, for breakfast, I have 2 eggs au veggie. And then I have 1 serving of steel-cut oats that take for fucking ever to cook. That's another way to lose weight, waiting for your food to be ready. And then for a snack, I'll have Ezekiel bread, which tastes like shit unless you put butter in this. And I have almond peanut butter. It's almond butter is what it is. And I have that, and that's actually fucking delicious, and it's filling. And then for lunch, I have quinoa with black beans, and then I throw salsa on top to give it some sort of fucking flavor. Because other than that, I've never eaten a shoe with a newspaper on top, because that's what it tastes like. And I try to avoid throwing salt or any of that shit in there. And then in the afternoon, I don't know. What the fuck do I have? There's always that one meal before you have the real meal. Right around 4 o'clock, I have like a fucking, I don't know what. Sometimes I'll have whatever the fuck I want. And other times there's like this pasta that's made out of chickpeas. It tastes a little weird, but it's not that bad, And then for dinner, I just have a protein with like a salad, and I'm done. And I just drink waters, and I stay away from the booze and all of that bullshit. And it's this weird thing when you eat like that, where I think when you say, oh my God, this food's so boring and blah, 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 blah. It's because you're used to the sugar or salt. It gets your system going. Like sugar's like, yeah, or salt does whatever the fuck salt does. Like, it's like you get your fix. So when you eat stuff that doesn't have any of that in it, you're just not hungry afterwards, and it's weird. But you feel energized. But it's a different kind of. You got to adjust your brain to the fueling your body rush, as opposed to the roller coaster of sugar and salt. So that's as much as I know about the diet. I've been doing that. And then, I eat like that most of the time. Probably 80% of the time I eat that way. And then occasionally, if I just want to have a fucking pizza, I eat it. But Dean doesn't. Dean just fucking stays with it. And that fucking guy, every once in a while, he sends me a picture of him when I first met him. He doesn't even look like the same person. Because not only did he lose all this weight, like his skin fucking cleared up. He used to look like a fucking cop with 20 years in, is what he used to look like, Now he looks like a fucking rock star. So I would listen to him, his podcast, Let There Be Talk. I'm sure he's had a dietitian or something. He gets great guests over there. All right, Bill, you're not an addict. Hey, old ginger balls. I'm a big fan of the podcast and looking forward to your next special and the new season of F is for Family. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I've been listening to the podcast for the last couple of weeks, and I've heard you going back and forth about abstaining from booze, and most recently about AA. Yeah, I'm sorry I said a lot of bad things about AA. If it fucking works for you, it works for you. It's just fun to make fun of that shit. What's funny? I saw the other day in a strip mall, there was, all these different stores. One of the stores there, it said Alcoholics Anonymous. You know what I mean? It's kind of putting it out there, isn't there? It's bad enough these poor people had to sneak into porno stores and that type of shit back when they were drinking. Now you're going to do that to them? Just shouldn't it say Bill W's? Well, I guess if you didn't have that sign up, a bunch of cunts like me might be walking in like, what are you guys selling? And you guys would be like, hope. Smoke-filled room with donuts. I've been working in addiction. I'm back to the letter here. I have been working in the addiction field for over a decade. Teach an addiction course at a college and work at one of the most highly respected addiction programs up here in Canada. Oh, dude, you had it all. You had me until you said Canada. Canada doesn't count. Dude, you live in Canada. For me to be considered an alcoholic in Canada, I have to drink like fucking 2 cases of Molson. You guys are animals up there. Half you guys don't know you're alcoholics. You just think you're keeping warm. All right, well, let me not judge this guy. Now that I've mentioned my credentials, while at the same time sounding like a pompous cunt. All right, I love this guy. He called himself out on it. I can tell you that you are not an addict. Woo! It's like you are not the father. You are not an addict. From everything you have mentioned on the podcast, and I am a longtime listener. So when you say we listened the last couple of weeks, I guess you dip in and dip out, right? All right, the word addiction is thrown around a lot. So is the word hero. is thrown around a lot and typically refers to any behavior that is out of our control. To put it as simply as possible, people will often say things like they're addicted to things like TV, shopping, sex, etc. People also use the word to explain withdrawal symptoms of a substance or behavior, i.e., I must be addicted to coffee because I get headaches in the morning if I don't get a cup. However, experiencing enjoyment or withdrawal symptoms does not mean that someone has an addiction. Can we just kind of stop here and say this is one of the best written fucking letters in a while? I apologize that my level of intellect is reading it, but I think you guys can hear that this person seems to know what he's talking about. Or she. Or it. Or her, who used to be him. Did I cover everything? However, in the addiction field, there is a way to tell if someone has an addiction. We call them the 4 C's of addiction. Cash, cunts, cauliflower, and I don't know, I ran up. And the Chargers, LA Chargers. Okay, if you have persistent cravings for drugs, alcohol, if you have lost control over how much and how frequently you use, if you continue to use despite consequences, i.e. legal issues, job loss, children taken away, and if you feel a compulsion to use, i.e. always feeling like you need a drug or alcohol, there's a bunch of weed smokers going, alcohol is a drug, then you can begin to think you have an addiction. Knowing what I know about from you on the podcast, I'm not going to pretend to know you personally. I have never heard you mention any significant consequences around booze other than your DUI when you were young. And you have control of booze since you can have a full bar in the house and not drink it and abstain for long periods at a time from booze. The bar in the home also means you don't have a compulsion to drink. People that struggle with significant alcoholism cannot have booze just sitting around their place without drinking it. It's fucking funny to me. I don't know why. Like, they're just sitting there seeing at the corner of their eye and they're like sweating. It's fucking looking at me, man. You like that black dude in Predator shaving your head? I see you over there in that bar. I don't believe you have an addiction and you don't need to go to AA. For me, he wrote it all in capitals. You're just some cunt that likes to booze, whose job and lifestyle allows for it. Dude, you're going to talk me into drinking tonight. If you ever feel like you do need some serious help, go see a professional instead of some sorry sap bleeding his heart out in a church basement in front of a group of strangers. Having said that, I know AA does work for some people, and if you're into that, knock yourself out. You're just like me. You had to shit on it a little bit. Hope this helps and can silence the Bill W. listeners of the Monday Morning Podcast. Best of luck in the new year and all the best to Nia and your lovely daughter, and go fuck yourself. Wow, I might have to fucking download that, whatever, print it out and frame it at framers.net, whatever the fuck those people are. Framebridge, I got to use those guys for that. Wow, that was awesome. That made me feel better about myself. Am I going to drink now? No, I got to go do a set tonight. All right, chef not making enough money. That was really informative, by the way. I definitely went through periods where I was craving it, and didn't want to drink. And then I was just like, this is what I do. And I would just go over and I just, but it felt more like a diet thing. Like late at night, just fucking eat well. Don't go out and go make a fucking grilled cheese sandwich, your friend, and then you just go out and do it. But when that first fucking night when you don't do it, then I can stop. So, yeah, I don't think I am. Bill, stop giving examples. The guy left you off the hook. All right. Chef not making enough money. All right. Dear Billy Betty Crocker. I like that one. Way to go, champ, on your pie-making skills. I'm the chef of a new restaurant. This year, the restaurant has made $100,000 more than the year before. The restaurant is doing great, but I'm making sad money. I have a wife and a daughter. My wife has always supported my cooking, but I don't make the money I should. Recently, my wife told me I could work with her brother as an electrician for the water district. I could be making 3 times more than what I could as a chef. I love cooking. It's the one thing that makes me happy. Do I hang tight with the cooking and do what I love, or skip out and go with the easy money? I have investors ready to support my cooking, but I need money now. Love to hear what your thoughts. Oh, Jesus, dude, this is a huge fucking decision. How much do you love cooking? Is this your dream? Is this what you want to do? I can only equate it to stand-up comedy. There is not a job out there that would have paid 3 times more than what I could make as a comedian that I would have ever even for a second considered. Ever. Not even for a fucking second. Okay? If you feel that way about cooking, then I would stay with the chef job. However, if you don't feel that way, then I would talk to somebody else. This is a major decision, dude. I'm not making this decision for you, but I can tell you, one of the great things about my dream of being a comedian was I really had no other options because I kind of sucked at everything else. And I was miserable doing anything else. And that was the only thing I ever did where the second I did it, I was just like, oh, I'm doing this for fucking ever. That's it. I don't give a shit. But I also didn't have a wife and a daughter at the time. There's a lot of variables here. You have investors ready to support your cooking, but I need money right now. I would say this: if you, this is your decision, buddy. If you decide to keep cooking, you got to get your wife on the right page. You guys got to get on the same page. If you really believe in yourself and that you can run a restaurant, you could be one of those guys, right? Walking around with the orange clogs, fucking riding a Vespa and all that shit, like Mario Batali. That was another guy. Fucking grabbed a couple people's asses. Now I never get to see him again. You know what I mean? Can he just fucking, from his self-imposed exile, he can't just use the well method and show me how to make something? You just put him on a leash, right? You put him on a fucking leash and he can't go anywhere away from the island in his kitchen. Anyways, all right. That's what I would do. Okay, sir? I would ask, how much do you want to be a fucking chef? All right. And if you want to be a chef, you got to get your wife on the same page. Other than that, if it's not your fucking dream, then you could just fucking become an electrician who has the best fucking cookouts ever. All right. Ex-girlfriend hooks up with stranger at party we both attended. Okay. Hey, Billy, on the back 9 of life. That's true. My girlfriend and I broke up about 4 months ago after an 11-year relationship. Wow. Sorry to hear that. We share a lot of the same friends, and I knew we would see each other at a friend's New Year's party. 2 days before the party, my ex hit me up and asked to get a drink and clear the air before seeing each other for the first time since the breakup. We had an awesome time, and we ended up going out again the next night and had an even better time. She then asked if I wanted to share a cab to and from the New Year's party. I agreed. Well, at the party, she met a guy, and they were all over each other the entire night. Oh, God. She ended up ditching me and going home with him at the end of the night. I have hooked up with a few people since the breakup, but never in front of my ex. And after the previous 2 nights, I was absolutely devastated by what she did. I would love any advice or insight. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Well, it really seemed like, unless she was completely shit-faced, that really seemed a little calculated. And that right there, sir, your story right there is why I avoided staying in contact with ex-girlfriends. Not saying they were all bad, but I had a girlfriend like that, an ex. And they have like this sixth sense right as you're starting to get past and over them, they just feel it, they call you up, and they just fuck your head up all over again. Here's one for you, dude. What kind of a person would do that? Huh? the kind of person that you don't want to put your seed in. Just know that could have been the mother of your fucking children. You dodged a bullet. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, okay? And I'm willing to bet that unless she completely fucks up her life, you will not hear from her again. Or you will hear from her because she is a sadistic person and wants to hear your reaction. She wants to hear the pain and get off on it while she goes like, well, I didn't think there'd be a problem because we were broken up. So I don't know why you're putting this on me, okay? I thought we had a nice time. We were adults. And the whole time she's just getting off on the fact that you still give a fuck. So, dude, you dodged a major fucking bullet. I mean, I would never do that to somebody. I would never. I wouldn't do that. Like if, I wouldn't do that now. I've been with Nia forever. If I saw an ex-girlfriend, I would never fucking. I would just whisper, Nia, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, Let's go someplace a little more quieter. I would never do that to somebody. That's just a fucking asshole, male or female. To do that to somebody is a really fucking asshole thing. I'm sorry that happened to you, but you know what? You know what's great, dude? She's out of your life. She's out of your life. And you know what those people are about? They're like those what about Bob people. Remember the beginning of What About Bob? The therapist gets Bill Murray's character away from him, dumps him in fucking Dreyfus's lap. That's what she's the fucking female version. Those What About Bob people, if you can ever dump them off on other people, it's fucking tremendous. And she did it to herself. And this is what you do. Anytime you ever see her after that, just big smile on your face. Big smile on your face. Hey, how you doing? Hey, are you mad? No, we broken up. Good for you. Have the time of your life. All right. Nice seeing you. Leave. All right. And now's a great time, dude, to fucking expand your horizon, find new friends, indulge in a fucking hobby, travel, get yourself in great shape, go to the gym. It's time you fucking work on you, and that person is in the rear view fucking mirror. You know what? All she did was give you a great fucking story to tell the love of your life, because that chick ain't it, all right? Enjoy your 2018. You're a free man. All right, this girl is killing me, man. All right, dear Billy Bighead. Oh, shit. You guys are real accurate this week. Back nine, big head. I mean, what? I'm fucking on the ropes here. Somebody throw in the towel. I am a sophomore in high school, but I've been listening to your podcast for a year now. I need some advice. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is fucking scary. I hope you need some fucking regular advice. All right. I need some advice on how to handle this girl. Hey, Nia, you out there? Nia? You wanna give this kid some advice? Oh, that's right. You're sick. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
I just want to know if you want me to tell her not to come tonight.
Hang on, let me hit pause here. Hang on. All right, I'm back. Jesus Christ, she's still sick. I'm sleeping upstairs again tonight. All right. Sophomore in high school, and I need some advice on how to handle this girl. I dated her for about 9 months last year. A lot of heartache this week, and learned a lot. The problem is that this girl is really immature, and I cannot have a conversation with her without her arguing. Sorry, I picked this up. Without her arguing with me or over something not important. Oh, dude, you're a son. Who gives a shit? Fucking move on to the next one. For example, towards the end of my relationship with her, she gave me the silent treatment for multiple days because I told her I didn't like Australia. She constantly insulted me, called me dumb, and told me I was a terrible brother. Are you dating your sister? Or she just observed your family? What state did this come from? And did crazy things like this throughout our relationship. She's one of those girls who thinks that she always gets to be right, and I am not about that life, he says. When she broke up with me, it was this whole scene. Well, dude, it sounds like you dodged a bullet here. What dating is all about is meeting what you don't want, and then you figure that out, and then you finally fucking meet the right person. You're fucking young as shit. What's the problem here? I got very close with her family, and well, so you're a good guy. And when we broke up, her 7-year-old sister sobbed. Jesus Christ. Her mom even went to the extent to call me on the phone to tell me I was a great boyfriend and wish that me and her could possibly work things out in the future. Her family adores me to this day due to the fact that I really played up the whole nice guy thing. Oh, what, are you really an asshole? This is where things get even worse. She constantly leads me on, and I fall for it. Yeah, that's what being young's all about. And at a town fair, she hung out with me all weekend. We were very flirty, and she heavily led me on, but when I asked her out, she said she wasn't ready. All right, dude. This, once again, if you listen to the last one, this is why you do not stay in contact with ex-girlfriends. Okay? She doesn't want you to meet someone else until she's met somebody. Or I don't know what the fuck they think. I just know you gotta walk. You gotta walk, all right? The same thing happened a few months later. I have left her alone for the past few months, only talking to her once every 3 weeks, and every time she ends up being mad at me for some dumb reason. An hour ago, she was mad at me for not roasting her and called me pathetic. Roasting her? I'm trying to figure out where the fuck you live. You got a little fair, a town fair, and then you guys also have roasts. I don't know what this is. All right. She apologized all the time for her action, but continues to do the same thing. Should I not even talk to her, or should I forgive her because she's just immature and can't handle her feelings? Any advice would be appreciated, especially if you get the lovely Nia to answer as well. Hope the family's doing great, and go drink a beer. It's hilarious. Yeah, I would just have a conversation. I would just say, listen, I don't enjoy talking to you because you always get mad and you yell at me. We are broken up, and I don't think it's healthy for us to continue talking to one another. However, when I see you, I don't want it to be weird. So is there a way that you in a nice way could just fuck off and let me get on with my life? But if I see you, we could just walk by, we could raise eyebrows, and acknowledge that we saw each other. Maybe we could high five and not saying anything, and then if she flips out, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I mean, it just doesn't sound like. Here's a question for you. Since you broke up, has it ever ended well? Any interaction you've had with her? Okay. If the answer is no, then you got to stop interacting with her. But it seems like it's such a small town. I'm judging you because you went to a fair. Okay? So in my world, you brought your prize pig down there, and I don't know what the fuck happened after that. All right? I would say, yeah, I would just, I imagine plenty of other women, what's the proper word at that age? Chicks you fucking go to school with? There's really no middle world. Right? Girls. You're not a girl at that point. You're a fucking teenager. I'm not going on Wikipedia again. I don't know what the fucking word is, okay? There's plenty of other fucking chicks you could be hanging out with. All right? That's it. And here's the thing. Here's a tip for you. When you fucking hang out with them, don't talk about your old relationship. Or about some other fucking woman. They don't want to hear it. Just go have a beer with one of your buddies out in the woods, however the fuck you do it. And just be like, I don't encourage underage drinking. Whatever the fuck it is you guys do. That's when you vent. What you have to do is every time it starts to scab over, she calls up or you call her, and then you got an open wound again. What you got to do is you got to heal like a fucking X-Man. And then the next time you see her, and I guarantee if you don't give a fuck, she's going to fucking be all over you and want to hook up. And this is what you have to do. You got to not do it. And then watch how quickly all that flirty turns into fucking anger. And then she's going to yell at you and then just keep you cool and be like, this is why I don't hang out with you. Because you're fucking crazy. Something like that. And I would also ask some more adults who actually know the people involved in this story, including yourself. Okay? All right. Good luck to you. All right. Sister is obese. All right. Sister is obese. Dear Freckles, hoping you can offer some advice. My sister is and has always been on the heavy side. Oh, that sucks. But shit has gotten out of hand. If I had to guess, her body fat is easily 40 to 50%. I love her, and I'm struggling to get through to her. You seem like you never hold back or sugarcoat reality. Should I do the same in this situation? I don't want to send the poor girl into a whirlwind of emotions, and maybe that's what she needs. Thanks for the help. Oh, that's a big one, dude. I don't know how old she is. I don't know. I don't know her. Yeah, how do you get somebody? How do you tell somebody? How do you tell your sister she's fat? Let me see. Let me just improv a couple scenarios here. Hey, sis, how you doing? Did I mention you're overweight? Nah, that's too blunt. What has 4 limbs and needs to lose 80 pounds? It's not good to joke about. I don't know how you do it. Because I don't know how fragile she is, and I wouldn't want her to go more in that direction, because nobody wants to. Is there a way that you can just start cooking a little more healthy around the house and introduce her or to some stuff, or maybe get her to start working out with you, maybe just go for a walk or something like that? Maybe you just sit down and you have a great talk with her and find out what's going on with her, and you don't bring up her weight. Maybe you work on your relationship with her, and then she opens up, and maybe there's some sort of pain that's causing her to eat like that. I mean, that's like a psychological thing sometimes, from what I've heard on shows that I've seen where people actually know what they're talking about. So maybe you need to get like, I don't know what your relationship is, but maybe if she feels comfortable opening up to you, just ask her what's going on with her, how's she doing, how's she feeling, blah, 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 blah. And if she, there's something going on with her, maybe she lets that out, and then maybe she brings it up. And I hate how I look. And then you could be like, well, let's do something about it. Maybe I would try that way. But I don't think I would bring up that she's fat. I wouldn't do that, as much as I made those jokes. But this podcast is supposed to be funny, and it's supposed to be fucking ridiculous. So I had to do a couple. All right? What do you want from me? I'm bald with a big head, and I'm on the other side of the fucking golf course. It's where I'm at. All right. That's the podcast. People, if you enjoy this podcast and you'd like to donate, but not without spending a fucking dime, just go to my website, billburr.com, click on the podcast page, and just click on the Amazon link. Go on Amazon and buy something you don't really fucking need. It's not going to cost you any money, and I'll get a little bit of credit for driving traffic their way, and they'll be like, Bill, here's a couple of bucks. That's it. All right, everybody, I'm going to go drink my face off because I'm not an alcoholic. No, I'm going to go do a set. I'm going to go do a set because I'm going to be at Cobb's Comedy Club next Saturday night after I do Kevin Pollak's show. He's going to be interviewing me or whatever. So it's going to be fun. I love that guy. So I do anything for him, including going up to San Francisco to hang out with him, doing a show. All right, that's it, everybody. Belching here. I'll check in on you on Thursday. Go fuck yourselves and have a wonderful couple of days.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast, going into Wildcard weekend with your host, me, Paul Verzi, Bill Burr. We got Andrew Themlis, the Greek freak out in Beverly Hills, and we got Jake the Snake from always an undisclosed location with our injury report for Bill. What is my favorite? I thought about this today in the car. Yes, I like the division series. Yes, I like championship weekend. And of course, you like the Super Bowl. But wild card weekend is just so much is on the table. There are so many teams that just squeaked in. A lot of wild card teams have gotten to AFC and NFC championships. A lot of wild card teams have gotten to the Super Bowl. I am all in. I am excited. Guys, if you want to bet with us and have fun with us, you obviously know how to do it. It's the best book out there. That's why we're here. It is the Bet MGM book, guys. If you want to bet with us, all you have to do, download the app on your phone. and use our code Burr. Very simple. BURR. And you put as little as $10 in for your first wager. If that wager loses after it is settled and you lose that wager, you'll get $1,500 in bonus bets to play with. Bet responsibly. And of course, the first touchdown promo, which is such a great bet. You pick any player of any NFL game to get the first touchdown of that game. If they get that, you win. If they don't, but in fact get the second touchdown, you get your stake back in cash. Very simple. Bet responsibly. Bill, we have some good ones on the list.
No, we got to talk about the end of the year, Paul. Last week, I was told that I needed to go 2-2 to beat the book. The reality was I needed to go 3-1. And what did I do, Paul? I went 1-3. I didn't even go 2-2.
Well, you know what? That Tampa kick, that blocked kick hurt you too. It's all good. Dude, you had an epic season for what we were dealing with.
Wait a minute. Andrew Themoulis, the Greek Freak, beat the book.
By one game.
And Jake the Snake tied. There you go. Hey, by one game, he's still beating him, Paul.
Dude,
Still beating him. There's no reason to bring that up. He beat the book.
He beat the book. Beat the book.
That's what you say.
Yeah, well, you know.
You don't have to say by one game. That's like something your wife says.
No, but it's also triumphant.
Paul, we don't do that here.
It's triumphant. It's he caught it in the corner of the end zone at the end. Yeah.
Did you watch any of that college football last night?
I did, man. What a great game.
How about the fact that the quarterback of Miami's in his 7th year at college? I was like, I thought I was the only one who did that.
My son just told me that. My son goes, yeah. I go, dude, that guy was throwing. I go, that guy was threading the needle. And Lucas just goes, yeah, I know. He's in his 7th year, though. And I was like, what? I'm trying to make excuse. So the guy's red-shirted. Hold on. I got to let my dog out. I'm sorry. Come on, Lloyd. What are we doing here?
Hey, Andrew, how do you shut off that fucking thing zooming in and out and looking around your room? It's so weird. I got to figure out how to do that. All right, let's go back.
Anyway, so it's funny because last night I was at one of the best clubs ever. First time I ever worked there as I opened for you. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you know this, a little trip down memory lane. I was at Stand Up New York in New York City. We had only worked together once in 2007 at the Stress Factory. That's when I was telling you about the 07 Patriots.
No, Rascals.
No, but yes, Rascals was the first time. But then the first time we actually did something, you were like, hey, come to Vinny's. And we did that, Vinny's room in 07. And then I'm at Stand Up New York one day, 2008. And you just texted me. It was like the first road gig. And you go, hey, man, you want to open for me next weekend at the DC Improv? And I got to see how great that room was. So last night I go into DC, run a one-nighter to run my material. And these fans come up afterwards, and it was kind of bittersweet. They go, oh, dude, I mean, look, you beat the book like 3 years in a row. And who knows, this just happens. And I just go, hey, dude, 4. And he goes, oh, 4, my bad. And I go, listen. And then they go, it happens. I go, look, man. I said, I'll buckle, I'll strap it on next year. And we'll get them back. But their fans are paying attention and they love it. And then they go, are you guys doing the playoffs? And I go, oh yeah. I go, picks coming tomorrow. And they were like, nice.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad people haven't lost faith. Not in you, maybe in me. But
No.
who's going tonight though? It's Indiana and Oregon, right?
Tonight is Indiana, Oregon to go meet the Hurricanes in the national championship game. I'm watching that tonight.
Dude, Indiana's never won a title.
Yeah.
Never won a title. They've always been about basketball out there. Has Oregon ever won a title?
Yes. I think the Ducks have won 1 or 2, haven't they? Andrew, can you check that? I think the Ducks have won. I know the Hoosiers
back when
have not.
Eisenhower was president, not the whole time I've been alive.
No, you would probably know that. Maybe I'm wrong.
If the Ducks won one, they won it in the 40s. And the Andrews sisters were at the after party.
No, they've never won.
Wow.
Reached national championship game twice. They lost to Auburn in 2010 and to Ohio State in 2015.
Oh,
There you go.
So, oof.
So Two out of the three teams left have never won it. That's pretty cool.
I got to tell you, Miami. Do you watch the game last night, Bill?
Yeah, I watched the fourth quarter.
The thing that I noticed, I watched the second half after my show, and I noticed that Miami went down the field though, kind of like anytime they wanted, like they kind of were doing what they wanted on offense, getting first downs with
You didn't
slot.
think both teams are doing that? That reminded me of a Bills-Chiefs game. There's just no defense in football anymore. I don't know what it is. The quarterbacks and receivers it's insane. Did you see that catch that kid made? And that one-handed catch, and they penalized him because his toe came down, but then his heel, it has to be just a toe. The fact that he caught that ball.
I think it's a catch. I was like, dude, his toe came down. That's a catch.
Well, you can like drag a toe, but you can't have toe heel and have a
yeah. Oh, okay. No, that was a fantastic catch.
In the drumming world, that's known as a foot slam, the single foot slam. It's as hard as the single-handed roll. And he did that while catching a football one-handed. And some guys going, that's not a catch. He just kept going. First of all, it is a catch. He caught the fucking ball. It's just out of bounds.
Yeah.
But can you give it up? Can you give it up to that first? Would it kill you, Paul?
Would it kill you to say amazing catch?
Paul, I got a new thing. That's something your wife says. Or
that's a good one.
That's something my mother would say.
I like that. That's a good one.
Wasn't a catch. According to the rules, it was out of bounds.
That's a good one. That's something your wife would say. I like that one. But dude, I'll be honest with you. Let's just be honest. We have a dear friend, Willis Whalen. He said to me, Paul, I'm apologizing again for not coming to your show at DC, because I said, Willis, I don't want you at my show. I know how much it means to you. And he said to his wife, he goes, I knew if anybody would understand, it would be Verzi. He said, I said that to her in bed. And he goes, I'm just apologizing one more time. And I go, Willis, I wouldn't want you at my show thinking about the Hurricanes. I know how much you love the Hurricanes. I watched you jump into a hot tub going, oh, and then he goes, dude.
N-E-S-Ks.
Yeah, he goes, if they would have lost and I didn't come to your show, it would have been very bad. I said, dude, I'm so happy for you. And he goes, I'm taking my son to the championship. I'm taking my son to it. So I was happy for him. I was rooting for him. Is it Dallas? No. It might be Texas.
Oh,
it might be Texas. But dude, if the Hoosiers win tonight, that's kind of nuts. It's gonna be fun.
No, that kid playing quarterback is on another level. And I got to tell you, I watched I don't have to tell you, Paul, but I'm going to. I saw the Heisman Trophy when he won it, just his speech and everything. It's like super smart kid. Like, I don't know. Who knows? You never know. You never know if they win or lose. But, like, if he goes on to the NFL and has – any type of a career, like he's going to be like in football broadcasting. You see the whole thing. This kid is a layup.
Anytime a guy cries and goes, "Mommy," and then they show the mother, I'm like, this guy's a sweetheart. This guy loves his mother. Because he didn't say my mom and dad. He goes, "Mommy."
He said, "Mommy's weird to me."
He goes, "Mama, you believe his mom?" He said, "Mama" or "Mommy," but like maybe Well,
I can deal with the mama. I can't deal with the mommy past a certain level. That's like George W. Bush when he's calling his dad "Daddy."
It's
just like, dude, you got to stop doing that. You're a grown fucking man.
Hey, Daddy. Yeah, it's a South thing too.
Saddam Hussein trying to kill my daddy.
I love you, Dad. the crying.
Daddy is weird. Daddy past the age of 6.
Daddy's weird, yeah.
Not even like my son is gonna be 6, and he calls me dad.
Dude,
my
son.
My
son has never called me daddy. My daughter calls me daddy.
That's the sound of being a father. The second you sit down, Dad.
It's a great sound though.
It is, but sometimes you need to sit down. That's why you just imitate him. You just go, "What?"
That reminded me of Will Ferrell in Elf. Remember? He goes, "You need to tuck me in." He goes, "Dad." And James Caan goes, what? And he goes, you got to tuck me in. James Caan goes, what? Rest his soul. He goes, what? He goes, you got to tuck me in. And he just like goes like that. And it was all awkward. Such a great movie.
It is.
All right, Bill. Well, yeah. And then he did the like, yeah, and he comes in.
So next week, Santa's coming. He just goes, Santa! Like how much he's freaking out.
Rest his soul, but James Caan thought it was going to be such a bomb and
You
didn't.
can see it in the movie.
Yeah, he hated it. Like, and then he walked out of the premiere and goes, "Oh, I get it." He's like, "The guy's a genius," but he thought it was horrible. He thought it was terrible.
Well, I mean, in James Caan's defense, you're coming out of The Godfather and Thief and all of these types of movies, and now you're sitting there with a grown man dressed like an elf, acting like he's 8 years old. I would just be like, what did my agent see? I mean, I totally get that. All right, let's get into the fucking NFL here.
Let's get into the
Paul,
games.
let's get into the playoffs.
Look who it is. Look who it is.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah. Well, it's all positive news for injuries this week, really. I got a lot of people coming back, so the Rams.
Well, everybody's gonna play, right?
You gotta do. It's the playoffs. It could be your last game. So, these guys are really tough. They play through almost anything. So, when it's a game like this, so the Rams are gonna get back Devontae Adams. Jordan Love's coming back for the Packers from a concussion. And then DK Metcalf was suspended for punching a fan, but he's coming back too. Those are kind of the big ones.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
He should have punched that fan.
No.
If a player punches you, that means you did something.
Yeah. I mean,
does.
he said something about that fan for sure. He had some like weird press conference, so you could tell like he was guilty of something. I don't know what was said, but
who had a press conference? The fan?
The fan. Yeah, the fan. It is a weird situation.
He hired his own camera guy.
What did he do? Did he build his own little podium?
What's that?
Wait. I've heard a self-produced documentary. I thought that was the worst thing I ever heard in my life. Like, hey, let's make a movie about how awesome I am. This guy out of nowhere he had a self-produced press conference.
Literally, yeah, that's exactly right.
That's kind of funny though. He just hired a camera crew. That's great.
You could just tell he was full of shit too, just by the way he looked. But he was serious.
He's full of shit.
Yeah.
He got DK Metcalf is a good person.
100%.
If DK Metcalf says, "I don't care how much money I'm making" in that moment, and walks over and tries to punch you in the head.
Dude, and you don't know. He could have said something about his wife and kids. He could have said.
He did. His mother.
Yes,
borderline
dude.
Racist.
Yeah, dude. You don't do that. And if you got a hold of a dumb wig, something's gonna happen. And let's be honest, he didn't straight up cock back and did. He kind of did one of those like grab the wig and try to hit him. You know what? Take the fine. Let the fan learn. All right. Well, so Jake,
how much was the fine?
Well, I don't remember the fine amount, but he was suspended the last couple games of the year.
No, but missing the last 2 games cost him a lot of money. It was significant. It was 6 figures.
There goes the comedy benefit I was going to do. Let's do a comedy benefit and pay DK Metcalf. We'll have a press conference, Paul.
He was going to lose his guarantees of like $40 million, but the Steelers decided to not void it. So he ended up getting the money. But
Yes.
Very, very good move by the Steelers.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, we have an unbelievable wild card lineup. I think I love these games. I actually, be honest with you, I wish these games were on our regular season because I think I see a path in this one. So, Bill, do you want to go?
You know what, Paul? If you were able to complete that sentence the first time,
are you
like
guys?
I think I'm completing it, but instead you go, I think I see. I think I see him. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, this guy was down by 14 games. It's over.
I think this guy's on something. Sorry, I'm trying to lock my phone so I can have the picks open when I do.
You guys want to go game by game? Just go from Saturday to Monday?
Bill, do you want to do?
That's a great idea.
How do you guys want to do this?
On the screen here, this man right here had the best record. Why
Bill,
is he down there like Bobby Brady? He should be up top.
Bill, do you want to go down? Do you want to go down all the list and you just do your picks and then I do mine? Or do you want to do them together?
Are we going against each other? We're just saying what you think.
No. We're not going against each other. We're just picking.
All right, Paul. I don't like going against you, Paul. You know
Me
why?
neither.
Because you see the board.
I'm seeing it.
Yeah, just make picks together. Let's go through each game and then,
Okay.
give any insight.
Rams Panthers. It's 10.5. This is almost like a bye week, is what they're telling me. If I know anything about the Panthers, they cover. They're going to cover a 10.5 point spread for some stupid reason. I think the Rams are going to win it. They're probably going to get up, and then they'll fucking, dial it back to save guys, and then the Panthers will score some garbage bullshit in the end. It is in Charlotte. So, I think that counts for something.
The Panthers beat them earlier in the year, too.
Yeah, I think I found, I was listening. The Panthers beat him early in the year, but Stafford had like one of his worst games, three turnovers. That's why it's high. I kind of actually echo everything Bill said. I think the Rams obviously win this game, but 10.5 points, I can see a backdoor cover by the Panthers. So I'll take the Panthers with the points, with the Rams winning the game, I think, by like a touchdown or even 10. But I like the 10.5 for the Panthers. So I'll take the Panthers too.
Over-under is 46, Paul. What say you?
Oof, I don't like that. I never like that. I never like the under-over, especially, I don't know, dude. What's it called? The Rams are out for blood against the Panthers, though. People are talking shit. That Puka kid is playing. He's unbelievable. Stafford is an MVP-type year. Him or Drake May is going to win the MVP. Yeah, the Rams are going to win the game.
This is why you take the Panthers, because everybody's saying that.
So you guys are picking separately, maybe. You might differ, or we're just doing one.
No,
I'm saying, we'll either be the same or different. I'm saying I would take the Panthers.
We're both taking the Panthers with the points. All right, I'll start this one off here.
Yeah.
Here's the deal: Bears-Packers. I think the Bears have been the one. If I did anything good this year with picks, it was the Bears winning for me. I think the Bears are at home. It's 1.5, so it's kind of like a pick 'em. A lot of people are saying the Packers are going to go there and beat them. I think Caleb Williams is going to show on the big stage that the Bears are kind of back. And I just think they're good at home, and they're in every game. The thing about the Bears is they're in every game, and they had amazing fourth quarter comebacks. I like the Bears getting 1.5 at home. Crazy crowd. That place has not had a playoff game in a long time. I think it'll be close, and I think the Bears are going to pull it out in the end with a field goal.
All right, here's my question for you, Paul. When you say the Bears are back from when?
Like the late 80s, early 90s?
Mid-80s.
Actually, no, Rex.
84, 85, and then you got to go back to Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers.
No, Rex Grossman took him to his Super Bowl against Peyton Manning and lost.
That's right. You're right. There you go. I believe in the Bears. I actually think, this is the classic one where the Packers come back with Jordan Love, Micah Parsons, and all. Is he out for the year?
Micah Parsons out for the year.
Parsons
I
out.
just think the Packers have too many injuries. They've gone 1-1. If the Bears won both of those games, I don't see them going 3-0 against the Packers, but they are at home. It's only a 1.5 point spread. And, to actually see the Bears have a passing game is borderline bizarre. They've been such a one-trick pony over the years. I think they got the players, the personnel, home field advantage. I like them 1.5.
And you guys remember when they played each other the last time, Caleb Williams and the Bears came down and had an opportunity to win, and he just underthrew it and threw a pick in the end zone, which gave the Packers the win. I don't see him doing that again either. Look at this, Bill. We're on the same page, 2 in a row.
There you
I like
go.
it.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is the most, if this was a book, it would be written in Chinese. Because the Bills Jaguars, what is going on here?
I think this is
Jags
tough.
Jags are favored by 1 at home.
Bills are favored.
The Bills have just been shooting themselves in the foot the whole year. I just lost Paul. Where did Paulie go?
I think
Bills, they've been shooting themselves in the foot all year. Jaguars have been playing great, but there's a part of me that's nervous that the Bills are just going to turn it on in the playoffs. This is obviously it's like a pick 'em. I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills getting a point. I think somehow they're going to win this game, and they're going to be like, wait a minute. did we count them out too soon? And then they're going to lose the next week.
Look, I was listening to all these ex-players and all these analysts, and everybody's saying the Jaguars are the most complete team in the NFL, 9 in a row. They think that they're going to go to the Super Bowl, and this is their year. I'm with Bill. I think Josh Allen is too good. I think that they're talking about their coach losing and getting fired. I don't think that's going to happen. And I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the game. And I see him making some miraculous shit happen. I'm going to take the Bills in a pick'em because here's the difference. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're both 0-3 at this point.
No. He said the Rams are going to win by 30. No, I think that Trevor Lawrence has not been in that, listen, dude, the Chiefs are out. Everybody thought the Chiefs were going to be in Josh Allen's way, and now it's Trevor Lawrence and the Jags who have not been in this situation where Josh Allen has. That's why I'm agreeing with you.
All right, well, here's my question. How do the refs make their money this year if the Chiefs are out? All right, that was so fucking petty. All right, let's go to the next one. Eagles 49ers. Eagles at home, laying 6. Nick Sirianni against Marty Schottenheimer Jr.
No, it's what's it called? It's
I know it's
Shanahan. Shanahan.
Sorry.
Mike Shanahan, Jr.
Mike Shanahan. Sorry,
Mike Shanahan.
That means they would be up by 30 at the half and then just fucking run
Eagles.
the ball.
Here's the deal. Eagles are at home. But everybody's saying that, like, there's still a locker room thing. They keep saying that the coach, if they lose, the coach is going to be gone. Dude, the 49ers to me, and this is just me, the 49ers to me have been, like, good all year. Injuries didn't matter. They're getting 6. They got a good coach. I think they got a better coach. I'm taking
injuries mattered last week. They couldn't cover against the Panthers. I think they, lost the game, right? No, that was Seattle.
They played Seattle.
Seattle, yeah.
But Seattle's the 1 seed.
I'm taking the 49ers getting 6. I see this coming down to the end, but I love the 6 points with San Fran. I'm gonna take a San Fran team getting points on the road with everybody saying they're gonna lose. I like them. That's my pick.
I hate this number because I want to pick the Eagles because I feel they're at home. They're going to win this game. Are they going to win by 6, though, Paul? Paul, are they going to win by 6? Is that what's going to? Am I really just sitting here thinking they're going to win by 6? I can't do it. I can't. I just want to say Eagles so bad. I just can't do it. Just to switch it up, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Eagles. I'm going to take Nick Sirianni to nod at the camera.
That's one of the funniest things you've ever done in a pick since we've been doing the show. You just looked at the camera and you go, I can't do it.
I love the 49ers. I like the Eagles too, but I'm just hearing rumblings that, the team doesn't like a certain star player, which is.
This is the best.
How does that happen? You won the Super Bowl last year. What's not to like?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Because they're fickle, man. The Eagles are one of these teams that, they look great, and then all of a sudden they look terrible. They're up and down. The 49ers getting those points, they seem more steady. But, dude, how great are these games, dude?
Well, is anybody coming back for the 49ers?
Not really.
At some point, dude. All of those injuries. Anyway, whatever. All right, let's head into the next one. What do we got here, Paul?
Now we have the Los Angeles Chargers going into the Patriots, going into New England against the Patriots. Patriots are 3.5-point favorites. Do you want me to pick first, or you want to pick this?
Hey, going into Gillette, the house that Robert Kraft built and paid for, unlike all these other asshole owners.
And this is Sunday Night Football.
This is,
yes.
3.5.
Sunday night.
When is this game? Sunday night?
Sunday night game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
It's a big
Woo!
Oof, it's going to be fun.
You don't think the Pats, baby?
All day.
I think this is going to be a super close game. I like our chances in the playoffs after this game. We need to win a playoff game. So this is listen, dude, I this time last year, we were not in the playoffs and we had nothing going on, and I can't believe we're here. So I'm psyched. I hate the half a point, but there's no way. During the playoffs, I'm gonna pick against the Patriots. I'm going Patriots 3.5 at home. Mike Vrabel against obviously another great coach, Jim Harbaugh. But Chargers are not an easy team. But fuck it, I'm taking the Patriots.
I've been thinking about this game. You guys know that I always love the Chargers for some reason because I love Justin Herbert.
Do it.
Jake, I know you like the Chargers. Here's the deal. I don't believe in this whole thing that everybody's saying, oh, this is where the Pats stop. They haven't played anybody. That's horse shit. Okay, they have played somebody. They played a fucking NFL season and they've been winning. They're at home. That place is going to be an absolute zoo because all they know there is winning. It's a winning franchise, and that
people
place.
from Boston are animals. You can say it.
Paul,
No.
Paul, you're doing such a great job. Do you want to be a Patriots fan? You're doing
No.
a great job.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Keep going, Paul.
Listen, I know it. I know it when I see it. Okay? I know it when I see it. And here's the deal. The Patriots are champion. They have a champion DNA, and Mike Vrabel brought that back. The half a point I hate because I can see a fucking Charger thing going down, getting something late, but I'm going to take the Patriots at home. I think they're going to win the game by 6 or more. I think they're the better team. And here's the other thing. He has a broken hand, Herbert. It's the other hand, and I know that, right? It's the other hand, right, Jake?
Yeah, it's his left hand.
I know it hasn't been affected, but that's just Drake May is so good this year. MVP candidate. I'm taking New England at home. That place is going to be a fucking zoo.
32 degrees, by the way. It'll be a brisk 32 degrees, and by a little later in the night, chance of precipitation. So
there you go. And the Chargers, they play in that mall. They play in an Apple store.
Jake, what say
and they're
you
going to go out to an
Chargers
actual
fan?
football stadium. That's a real football stadium out there, Jake the Snake. You can tell because it has a lighthouse. And a mall attached to it. All right. Last one, Texans Steelers.
We doing
Wait, no, hold on. Hold on. Andrew just asked Jake what he thinks because he's such a
as
Chargers fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah. What do you
No,
think?
what do you think, Jake? Listen, Jake.
Be
I know
honest,
what your
Jake.
I know what your heart is, Jake. But what do you what's the Jake the Snake football analyst think?
Well, I'll start by saying this: like, where the Patriots have the advantage is the trenches. So that's where I worry, because the Chargers' offensive line is last in the league by pretty much every metric. So that's going to be the key. Can they keep Herbert? Can they give Herbert enough time to throw the ball? So, but I think the Patriots' defense is not super scary to me. So I think the Chargers are a little bit more veteran team. So the more I thought about it, the more I actually like the Chargers in the spot, even though the Patriots have been great all year. And Paul is 100% correct. The whole narrative that they haven't played anybody isn't really true. The Patriots have been very good all year. And this is going to be a really great game between two of the best quarterbacks in the league. And I think the winner of this game is going to go probably to the AFC Championship game because I think these are two very good, well-coached teams. So, but I like the Chargers to win outright.
All right.
I like that, Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
What's in Jake the Snake's heart? He's a confirmed bachelor. Why is he going to give this up? He's got a revolving door at Caesars, Paul.
And I think all the talk of Herbert not winning a playoff game in year 6 is they're gonna be fired up. So that's
one of these years we got to go to Vegas with some cigars and do the podcast.
Oh
yes!
Oh my God, how fun,
dude! From a sports book. Oh my God!
Jake, set it up. That's your stomping grounds.
All right.
Here we go. Sorry.
Do you guys want to do a Monday night special for Houston Steelers? Because it is the Monday night game, so I just wanted to say that before you get into it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the Monday night pick.
This game to me is the hardest. This game to me is what this one is the one that I was like, because here's the deal, dude. If Aaron, dude, it's the best defense in football. That's the problem. And you know what? Bill, we always say a defense wins championships. Dude, the defensive line of the Texans, I don't know if I've seen a defensive line gets 7 sacks week in and week out the way that they do. But the Steelers have a good defense too. And Aaron Rodgers, they seem so excited. And the Steelers are home. This one, dude, you know what, Bill? I'm going to actually have to think for a second. I'm going to give you the floor because I'm stumped right now.
I hate -3. I like the Texans. I hate -3.
You know what's funny about this game, real quick? If you look at all the totals for the over-unders, this over-under is basically 10 points lower than every other over-under listed for the weekend.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Anyway.
I didn't even see the Bills Jaguars over-under is 51.5. You know what they're basically saying with that number? Neither one of those teams is going to win the Super Bowl. You're letting up that many friggin' points.
Yeah.
We're also going to get some snow in Pittsburgh. I
Really?
usually look up the weather. Yeah, 39 degrees and just
I
a
don't think
giant
it's possible
snowflake.
to snow at 39 degrees, dude.
I'm going to take the Steelers. I'm taking.
That's the high during the day. You're right. Yeah, 31 degrees after 4 p.m., snow after 7 p.m. I'm
gonna take the Steelers based on some dumb Hollywood shit. Here's what I think is gonna happen. Okay, I think Mike Tomlin. They're saying Mike Tomlin could be done. They're saying Aaron Rodgers could be done. So this literally can be the last game of Aaron Rodgers and the last time Mike Tomlin after almost 20 years coaching. I think they go in a room. I swear to God, I think they go in a room. I think they put hands on each other's shoulders. They look in each other's eyes and they go, you know what? Dad? No. And one more. Let's go out there and let's go fucking go. Let's win a playoff game together and see how far we can go together. And Aaron Rodgers plays like Aaron Rodgers late in the game. And I think CJ Stroud is not Aaron Rodgers. I think Mike Tomlin is probably a better coach. I like the Texans coach. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers at home getting 3. I got to take the Steelers at home getting 3 to survive the Texans. Even though the Texans defense, I know it's what I usually go against, I'm taking that.
All right, I'm going to go with the Texans to go in there and break everybody's heart. They're all going to be crying at Paramis or Pastramis, whatever the hell it's called out there.
Permanis, yeah.
Paranis, yeah. It's
just a bunch of Pittsburgh crying. Just French fries in the bread.
Yeah. I think I think the Texans are quietly one of the things you really got to be afraid of. And I just think they're playing down in Houston. Houston doesn't get a lot of love. You know what I mean?
No.
And even when they do win a championship, what do they say? Oh, you used a trash can. You know? The only time they've ever gone back-to-back is most obese city. You know, I got a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah, they rival San Antonio for fattest.
Dude, I used to do that bit when I would go down there. I go, do you know how hard it is to repeat as the most obese city? Because you lose all your players from year to year. Everybody's dropping from heart.
That's great.
I go, you guys sucked it up.
That's great.
You know, when they take somebody out in a piano casket, there's somebody there to eat those 72 pancakes and pick up the slack. No city has ever gone back-to-back, as far as I know, other than Houston. And
look up.
How much do you hate fat people that you go around being that petty? Just sitting there in the city going, look at that guy. Look at the size of him. How do you do that ranking?
You got to check. You got to check San Antonio. I think they went back to back. San Antonio might have three-peated.
Yeah, but how do you tell how fat a city is? You have an advertisement, free barbecue, and you just wait to see how many people show up.
That's actually a good point. How do you know that?
Look, medical shit.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do something.
Yeah, like, well,
Paul,
Bill.
is that too inside baseball? Medical shit? Did I talk over you there?
No.
It's one of the dumbest things I ever said. How do they figure out medical shit?
McAllen, Texas,
What is it?
Is ranked. It says McAllen, Texas, right now is ranked for fattest city in the United States. That says for 2026, and I mean we're still in the first inning here.
No, it's early.
No, it's trust.
The big boys usually die by April, and then let me find out who's real.
They got to start early.
Yeah, now we find out who's real.
No, Houston.
It's the holiday weight. They want to get him at that's the most they're ever gonna weigh.
Houston's a late game comeback team.
Do you count somebody in a food coma? Like, you have to still be eating. You still have to be able to, like, no, if you're still staying alive by a machine, like, that doesn't count.
That's so
PEDs.
funny.
You get suspended for that.
Well, all right.
No,
So
yeah, McAllen, Texas won for 2025.
Bill and I have the same teams except for two, which is he has the Eagles, I have the Niners. He has the Texans, I have the Steelers. We both have the Panthers, we both have the Bears, we both have the Bills, and we both have the Patriots. Dude, I have not been excited for a football
Why
weekend.
the fuck are the Packers favored?
I don't get it.
They're 1.5 though. It's like a pick 'em.
Yeah, but they're going into the Bears, and they got Micah's not playing. Micah Parsons not playing. They got wait a goddamn minute. Oh yeah, I already made my decision. That's all right. I didn't see that. I wasn't thinking about that. Oh boy.
Don't worry about that. The 1.5.
Oh, Paul, I'm already looking at all of this shit that I just picked. I got the Eagles -6. I got the Texans -3 on the fucking road. What was I thinking, Paul?
It's their head-to-head. It looks like.
Oh, Andrew, I thought she loved me. You know. All right.
Yeah, so since it's players, we probably shouldn't do the Monday night special, right? Since we're head to head.
How about we don't do the Monday night special because we haven't hit one since the second week of the season?
When we went 2 for 2, we thought we were gonna go run the table.
It was all a dream.
Or at least one more.
I know. One more.
Well,
Come
dude,
back in the end. You know, like those guys who win the World Series their rookie year and then they win one right in the end.
I saw that
Got
thing.
the record going the longest between World
I
Series
saw
titles.
that. I saw that thing. If you bet the first week for the Jets to not get an interception week one, like $20, and then just parlayed it each week that they would not get an interception, they didn't. That like start with 20,
Dude,
ended up with like $5 million.
dude, do you know the last time that happened? Do
On
you
a
know the last
$20 bet?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like on 20 or $100 if you parlayed.
Wait,
it every
did they
week,
not
first
get
20.
one interception the
No,
whole
dude,
year?
it's the first time it's happened in like 100 years. The Jets did not get one
19
interception.
I think it's the first time it's
1933 when they started keeping track. So
yeah.
And it's 17 games. They used to play 12 back in the day, and even just like 12 games, someone will get one.
So
And they played
wild.
Tua twice, who leads the league in interceptions. Pretty crazy.
Dude, to not get a deflection, to not get one deflection that even lands in a fat guy's hands and he doesn't know what to do with it. Like, not one is crazy.
Just a midfield guy checked him down too long. I mean, it's like,
Dude, did you see that kid? Did you see that kid that was probably about 11, 12, maybe 13 tops get interviewed at a Jets game? And he goes, "What do you think of the Jets?" And a kid had a Jets jersey on. He's like 12, 13 years old. You saw that, right, Jake? And he goes, I swear to God, it was the most sensitive. He just goes, I hate this team. I was born into it. So, I mean, I'll always be a Jet fan, but I just hate this team, and walked off, dude. It was brutal.
Oh, you age in dog years.
He looked like
I'll be
a
honest with you,
60-year-old man.
I would think that not getting one interception in a 17-game season is mathematically impossible.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like,
Can I tell you something, Paul? That is so. I feel bad talking. The Jets fans have been through enough. Let's just stop.
they have been through.
Hey,
They have.
Paul, I was thinking about you.
Oh, right
Paul.
here. Yeah. Watch this. Put this
I
on.
don't know if we'll have audio. I hate this team. I was born in this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
Because he wanted to say something meaningful, but he just couldn't. Oh,
That was the 12-year-old version of "I'm staying in it for the kids." Anyway.
oh, that's perfect, dude. That poor kid. But you know what? I got to give him credit. You know what he said? He said, "I'll always love the Jets, and they're my team. I was born into this." You give him credit. That kid's going to be a bubbling idiot when they win.
Blubbering, not bubbling.
I said, what did I say?
You
Bubbling.
said
What Phil
bubbling.
said. Yeah.
I said bubbling.
A bubbling, a blubbering. Well, you're not good with expressions.
What was the other one I said? Big leaguing?
Listen, if you want to order off the menu, get some apps, you go to Paul. You want to
What did I say, Bill?
If you're looking for expressions, it's not what he does.
I go, he tried to big time him. And you go, no, it's big league or something like that. I forgot what I said.
No, because big time, I think big time is all right. You can flip both of those. No, you did. I forget. I can't because the way you do it.
I've been doing it since you known me, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to ride a dead horse. You do shit like that.
You get another one that's like, I'm going to get a big truck electric, which is funny on this show.
Oh, yeah, big truck electric.
Yeah, that was funny.
Dude, people still want that T-shirt. Don't sleep on that. Was a good one.
That was hilarious.
Dude, is there a reason why they didn't make the batteries on electric cars recyclable? Is there a reason why they didn't do that? Do you realize how bad these cars are nowadays? All of them.
Yeah.
Like, no one in the future is going to be like, what's your dream car? Oh, dude, a fucking 2025 Ioniq 5.
People used to make jokes about living near power lines because it's objectively bad. And if you saw the story about the San Francisco 49ers having the most injuries of any team by a very high, incrementally high, percentage. And they said, they all joke about it. It's like right next to this power plant. The guy went out there with an EMF reader. And it was just like, like the thing was just buzzing.
What is that, reading like radiation?
Yeah, it's just like we're all just surrounded by electromagnetic waves. Like your iPhone, like earbuds are the worst thing you can stick in your ears.
Oh,
it's
dude.
Like, just I use wires, but all that stuff's like terrible. Keeping your phone next to your head. And we used to joke about living near power lines, but they're saying now if you're just driving an electric car, like all these kids like that haven't even developed, they're just getting zapped. But you do your own research.
What?
Yeah, you're just sitting on a battery. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm getting rid of my wife's car.
Yeah, I'll send you some articles. Scare the shit out of it right away.
Yeah, dude, that earbud shit is like, when I saw the stats and I told my kids.
How long do you have to be in the car?
So they say it's like the earbuds, like even if you have.
No, he's talking about the car.
Yeah, so it's slow.
Continue with earbuds.
No, so like let's say I have these on with the wire, but then if my computer or iPad was like actually also plugged into the wall, you're literally just like plugged into the wall. This is like really not even close to as bad, but even they say this is not great, right? If you were doing this all day. But the AirPods, it's like it's a very low it's like a low signal, but it's constant. So like, listen, if you got one in for like 5 minutes a day or something, like, yeah, you're probably gonna be fine. But there's people who just have them in all day long.
All day.
And they're really bad. Like kids with like the big Bose headphones, like kids never had Bose headphones, wireless headphones. We used to just,
I've been using those for years.
Yeah.
They're bad?
How often a day, I mean, listen, I don't know, you guys,
I get on an elliptical for a half hour.
I don't know. I don't know the exact time. Like I say, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to speak on that, Bill. As a
Well, you spoke on the other shit.
Well, what I read, what I see every day. My algorithm feeds me because I
slowly rocking.
Yeah, let's keep the end. Listen,
going down to Venezuela. Oh my God, they're pumping drugs in there. What is fucking these other assholes doing?
Yeah. Well, you know what? We got to keep. It's Wildcard weekend. We can't talk about cancer. It's Wildcard weekend.
Let's go, Paul.
Hey, Paul, I was thinking about you. Do you think the Giants should get John Harbaugh? I think that's the guy right there.
Yeah, but now that the Dolphins. Now that the Dolphins fired their coach, these guys probably, after being in Baltimore for so many years, the idea of being in Florida is probably appealing to him. And you got to understand, dude, the wife is going to have something to say. The wife's going to be like, oh, I could be at South Beach. I could be this and that. Come on, John. We've been in Baltimore for years, John.
Say,
what's that?
That's something your wife would say.
Oh, I can't hear.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there you go. What'd you say?
I said that's something your wife would say. Like, hey, you want to live in New York City? I want to go where it's sunny. I don't know, but Florida gets a ton of shit though now. Florida gets a ton of shit.
I don't know. I think the Giants are going to make a big play for him. We'll see what happens.
All right, cool. All right, I got to wrap this up. I got oh, Jesus Christ. These spam fucking calls. Did Jake just take off?
All right, I'll sign.
Died. Yeah.
We're having some technical difficulties here. You want me to sign off, Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, Jake, I think you just got cut off. It's not us.
Okay. Well, those are our picks. Those are our picks, everybody. Enjoy Wild Card weekend. Bill and I have all the same, except he has Eagles, I have 49ers, he has Texans, I have Steelers. Enjoy Wild Card weekend, my favorite weekend. We will be back next weekend for the divisional series, and enjoy, what's it called? Enjoy Oregon, Indiana Hoosiers tonight to go to the national championship. That'll be great. You download the app. You guys know the deal. Enjoy, bet responsibly, and we will see you next week.